2 seconds. I'm gonna share this, whatever. We got something to talk about real quick. Just give me 1 second, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, give me a second here. Give me a second. So let me share this. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. So, reportedly, Kanye West is getting a divorce. Yeah, Kanye West is getting a divorce, y'all. That's what's up. That's what the Daily Mail said. They say he getting a divorce. Shout out to Coffee. You know what I mean? But Izzy. Izzy. Let me share this a little bit, y'all. Get this. On a day-to-day basis, we got people on here on this line that, for some reason or another, their daily diatribe consists of nothing but basically trying to see the demise of others. I've noticed that, and I try to stay so far left of that type of behavior because it's really disturbing behavior. That's the best way I could see it. I can't think of any other people except for the people in the T-blog sector that claim they're all about positivity or whatever. But what you'll really find is these are some of the most maniacal people you've ever met in my life. I mean, I know criminals that ain't as bad as these people are. I'm dead serious. I know even the criminals got morals. You know what I'm saying? These people have no morals. No morals, no chill button, no pause. Let me slow down a little bit. No, in fact, when even faced in an immediate place of danger, and things pursuing, they'll still play around. Now, I know y'all think the old boy don't pay attention, but I pay attention. So last night I went over there and was peeping on Anton Levay Attwood's page. And let's say he was sitting over there with Mr. Schutz. I believe that's how you pronounce your name, of shoes. Huh? Calabrese, huh? Yeah, that's consistent with Connecticut. Told you a lot of times, the answers be right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? But that's consistent with Connecticut. Isn't that right, Todd Christopher? Huh? Todd Christopher. Anyway, back to what I was saying. No, never mind, I said that. Anyway, long story short, I was sitting back and I was having a conversation or whatever. And it came up to me when we were talking about some of these vloggers. And I was like, yo, and there's thousands of them. And they're allowed to operate on YouTube the way they want to or whatever. Well, Puff, of course, many of y'all know, filed a $100 million lawsuit against NBC, a $100 million lawsuit against NBC, a $100 million lawsuit against NBC. I want that to stick with you. And for some reason or another, people believe that this man that was almost worth $1 billion is running out of money within 5 months. Subsequently, with other business ventures that you have no idea privy to, but you have individuals like Homie Smallville. That's what we call him, Homie Smallville, because he want to be down so bad. He sits over there with Anton Levay Attwood and the rest of the, the pets he has over there, including goldfish and dogs and cats. It's a whole farm over there, whole farm. Whole farm. Anyway, long story short, over there on this farm with Anton Levay Attwood, and I'm very adamant about what I'm saying here, so please pay attention. Even in the face of that, him and this other man, they devote themselves to sitting on the fact, and I know this, you don't have to say it, you count on yourself being white and the judges, the lawyers, and everybody. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You count on your familiarity with your culture. It's not racist, it's what you're living by. You count on a familiarity with your culture as standing and grounding for legal procedures. And that's the biggest mistake you could ever make in your life, sir. You know that, and I know that. I couldn't even believe you sat up there and Anton Levay Attwood. This was for you. This was for you. I always give one a year. This is my one a year for you. Okay, so listen up. When somebody sues a network, nigga, they're not playing with you. You understand what I'm saying? When somebody starts hitting you guys in your pockets with these vloggers, Realize nobody's playing with you. I heard you mention on the podcast, yeah, they got one in the pipeline for me. Might be. I don't know. I don't know these things. I know nothing. So it might be. Then you trickled along. You said, "Oh well, I might have a lawsuit coming too." That's what this one says. So you doubled down by bringing homie Smallville on your show today. And he quotes, I quote these words. He said, Diddy's not as believe you me. I said, how the fuck believe you me? What? Listen, first of all, what attachment and access do you have to any financial records about Diddy right now, currently, as it's standard? Like you can actually go and look at his bank statements. You can actually go look at stuff like that. I have a problem with that when somebody gets on a channel and professes this to their crowd. This man got on his channel, on another man's channel. And I want to let you know, Privy, just because you didn't say it on the channel doesn't mean you can't be held liable by it. That has changed here on YouTube and it has changed in Congress. This is why I don't do interviews with people. I never have. I was always privy to that. It goes back to an older law that they had before, where just because somebody is on your show and you don't say it, and just because you say, well, everything, the buttes and the thoughts and all this are not inclusive, that doesn't matter either. That can be superseded. Todd Christopher should have known that. Now, my point is, you understand what I'm saying? When you see somebody hit with $100 million lawsuit, the last thing I'm doing is having somebody else convince me who's already in trouble and deeper trouble than you even can imagine. You know what I'm saying? You're small beans. You know what I'm saying? Like small beans. But I pointed to two things he said. One thing he said that I already did a live one, actually, which was funny. He said, well, you're in Europe. He can't sue you that easily. Oh, my friend, you're not aware of the law, are you? Oh, see, things are always amended. And I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I'm actually being nice today. I'm not trying to be a jerk today. I'm being nice today. You know what I'm saying? Because better me than them, huh? I try to tell them all the time. They don't want to listen. Better me than them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. If you want to sit there, you want to sit. If you don't, hey, go about your business. Because I always say that to people. If you want to stay, then stay. If you don't, you don't. But if you really pay attention to me, I'll be giving y'all the game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, y'all out here paying attention to speculators. Y'all out here paying attention. He's a speculator. Any man that sits there and says, believe you me, this little old-looking, frail-looking, bald, look like he damn near about to pass out somewhere. Look, when the last time you lifted a weight, motherfucker? This nigga look done, son. Like, for real. Get your man a pack of something, Anton, Levay, Attwood. He look hurt out here. You know what I'm saying? Get your man's a pack of something. Your man's look hurt out here. This nigga had a purple hat on today. Like he's regal. You're not regal. You understand what I'm saying? It's a fucking acting role. I'm fucking. Anyway, listen. Homie Smallville. That's what I like to call him. The homie Smallville. He gets on there and he says, yeah, well, you believe you me. This is his own words. Believe you me. And the podcast is screaming right now, so you can go see for yourself. Believe you me. Plus finances are dwindling off $1 billion in 5 months. Dog, listen, you can pay Shapiro and all them niggas or whatever. And they only seeing retainers when they come to court, dog. They're only getting paid when they come to court. You understand what I'm saying? And whether it's 150,000, 250,000, 350,000, what you really can't live with the reality with is some niggas that can afford it. That's the real problem you got. There's some niggas that can afford it. So if you can't roll with the notion, all right, well, I can't roll with the notion that he's broke. I can't roll with the notion of whatever. So I'll make it appear like his money is dwindling. I'll make it appear like he's a shooter and a killer. I'll make it appear like he's attacked more women than already been accused of with these frivolous and many of them untrue lawsuits from a civil perspective, which they also don't distinguish in any of their motherfucking podcasting, which is also a problem. You don't distinguish any of that. You point to your people and you tell them on their podcast all the time, hey, listen, he definitely did this. The homie Smallville, nigga, if it really wanted to be taken there, I got at least 30 times you said something for certain and I knew it wasn't true. And the rest of anybody that doesn't know would know it's not true. So as these two individual Caucasian men, one from Europe, one from America, sit there and try to divulge to you that they know what they're talking about. They don't. Because if anybody knew what they were talking about, and any smart man know what they were talking about, the last thing I would do is go, and I don't know why Lisa Smells ain't do a fucking podcast on this. If I got, listen, I'll put it in perspective. If the competition is in the same type of business I'm in, right? And I see somebody in the business field that I'm in getting sued for $100 million. I'm not going to turn up on the individual unless I'm trying to get the attention of the individual, whatever the case may be. What I think both of these twisted motherfuckers want to do is, because they both, in my opinion, they're both twisted. You can just tell by the speech patterns and things like that. Like old Mr. Schutz over there from Calabrese. That's all we got here in Connecticut. That's all we got here in Connecticut. So I knew when he said that, I said, oh, Calabrese. As soon as I heard his last name, I said, oh, Calabrese. Definitely mountain people, basically. Anyway, long story short, they are, you know what I'm saying, respectfully. They're like mountain people. You know what I mean? They're like the jibaros of the Italian community. So anyway, long story short, if I heard somebody in my field was getting sued for $100 million motherfucking dollars, the last thing I'm going to do is start turning up on the same individual that's suing people under the notion that one thing, under the notion that it won't happen to me, or either you want it to happen to you. You understand what I'm saying? One of the two. So before I start, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to think of is this. I'm trying to think in my own mental. Hey, how you doing? I'm trying to think in my own mental space here. I think they want to get sued by Diddy because the pure simple fact it would associate him with Diddy. And that's a whole different crazy in itself. I'm gonna say that for you again. The only person that would turn up on somebody after they heard somebody was getting sued for $100 million, and there's idiots out here that do stuff like this. Like there's people that live their life to taunt people, live their life to bother people. I just went through that today. You understand what I'm saying? I had somebody, you know what I mean, a particular woman, and little behold, I'm gonna be honest with you, she wasn't a woman, I probably would have beat the brakes out of her for doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing hesitating me. But yo, for real, you get people out here that like to taunt people. They like to fuck with people or whatever. And they think just because of their color or their gender or whatever, you're supposed to overlook it. Okay, I can overlook, maybe put my hands on you, but I don't have to overlook saying something to you. I don't have to overlook not addressing it. I don't have to underlook anything for you. Who the hell are you? That's the question I need to hear answered. And they're nobody until, really, to be honest with you, and I ain't trying to throw Huggy out there, these bitch ass niggas wasn't nobody until Jaguar Wright went over there and sat with them. You understand what I'm saying? None of them motherfucking pets over there in the zoo. None of them pets over there in that zoo was anybody until Jaguar Wright went over there talking to them. You understand what I'm saying? Jaguar went over there, like motherfuckers don't know because some of them only been on here for a year. Jaguar went over there, gave him that motherfucking stimulus package. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, niggas don't know, huh? Y'all don't know about that Jaguar stimulus package, man? Fuck it. I done picked up a package to myself. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even go Huggy no. You know what I'm saying? Huggy no. I done picked up a Jaguar stimulus package here. Okay. But I ain't never get so deep with it. I'm like, yo, let me call Jaguar's son. Let me call Jaguar's mom and all that shit or whatever. I made a post when Jaguar mom died. You understand what I'm saying? I said, I don't give a fuck what we going through, bitch. RIP to your moms. That's what you're supposed to do. Y'all niggas don't know, man. Like, yeah, it don't matter. Like, somebody moms or something like that died. That shit done after that right now. Like, we could pick it up later. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, if it's that deep. Right now, if your mom's died or something like that, nah, dude, we ain't gotta do all that. We ain't gotta do all too much about that. But you look like a punk if you know what I'm saying? You keep going at a chick and her mom's just passed away. You don't know how she feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like sucker shit like that. Son said, Children of God Ministries, they worship the devil. I'm gonna give y'all some insight on that too, because I meant to put a little bubble gum in the title. I meant to talk about him 2 nights ago. That he just keeps saying shit stupid. I told you there's a whole zoo over there. You understand what I'm saying? You got to read between the lines. It's a zoo over there. You did me? And so them zoo animals over there, they don't know how to act. They wild animals. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes it just take a little bit. You got to tame them a little bit, tap them on the ass. But I heard Mr. Schutz or Schultz say last night, oh, I know this move. They're just trying to stall it. You a lawyer? You a lawyer. I know this move. Listen, man, stop giving people legal counsel. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm gonna prove one thing you ain't know what the fuck you was talking about already. I don't ever even speak about Mr. Todd Christopher, but I'm gonna speak about him this time because you say you're from Connecticut. You sound like you're from Granby or Hamden. You understand what I'm saying? We don't sound like those people out there. Those people from like Granby, Hamden, New Haven County, Hartford County, they sound very different than the people down on this end of Connecticut. Very different. Hold on one second. I'm gonna let y'all know something. Just give me 1 second, guys. Stay right with me. This is worth the wait. This is worth the wait. So, oh boy, last night said, it's very hard to sue somebody from the UK, in the UK, but it isn't. In fact, there was a bill that was amended maybe 2 years ago, I think now, that allows this process to be expedited. You understand? So I'm going to read this to y'all because old boy gave him and said to him, it ain't that easy to sue somebody in the UK. And I'm here to counter that and say, yes, it is for the second time. All right. Now, this is just for theoretical purposes. That's all. Just theoretical purposes. But I want this to stand animated. This is what it is. To sue someone in the UK from the United States, you would need to initiate legal proceedings in the UK court by hiring a UK solicitor. As there is no direct reciprocal enforcement agreement between the two countries, meaning U.S. judgment cannot be directly enforced in the UK, you would need to start a legal action in the UK to enforce a U.S. judgment. No direct enforcement. Now, that's all that means, right? Now, check this out. That's that part right there. However, as there's no reciprocal enforcement agreement between the U.S. and the U.K. Hold on 1 second. I want to get to the what's the name one. Can only enforce it by bringing a new. There's a specific one that expedites this, and it was just amended just a minute ago, and I'm going to show you. I had it pulled up and accidentally went back, and I can't find that. Usually, if you pull something up, it's in purple, but I can't find it right now. Give me a second, guys, and I'll come back to it. I swear to God to you. Can you follow those? Is it under here? Now, this is, but this was specifically civil lawsuits in the UK, and it might be under here. Let me see if it's under here. Yeah. Yep. Accept all. Here we go. The UK and the United States of America have long enjoyed a special and valuable relationship according to the Office of the United States Trade Representative. U.S. goods and services trade with UK totaled on enforcement in England due to the absence of reciprocal enforcement agreement. A U.S. judgment can only be enforced in England at common law by bringing a new action under the judgment is seen as a simple contractual debt. New proceedings are require 6 elements of enforcement. Jurisdiction. But there's one particular thing. There we go. The Hague 2019 law. That's what I was looking for. By contrast, the common law process, Hague 2019 would provide an automatic right to recognition and enforcement of U.S. judgments in the UK to be enforceable under Hague 2019. That's spelled Hague. If y'all want to look this up, the UK government has indicted its intents and to implement Hague 2019 using a registration model, meaning that the judgment's creditors would apply to register to the foreign judgment. Should both the US and the UK ratify Hague 2019, that would be significant simplification of the current requirements that need to be to meet to enforce a U.S. judgment on UK. Now we're going to go right here to Hague 2019 because I'm going to show you how easy it is actually to do this. So Hog 19 is actually part of a larger, what's the name here? I like dispelling people sometimes. Because some people get on here and they'll talk about they know so much about the law, they know so much about what's going on, da 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 da, and they don't. They literally don't. And they'll give this, they'll give these theories based on litigation that they have taken part in their own individual states, which is another big mistake. Never take legal advice for somebody that lives in another state about your implements in your state. Because what happens is you run into state law a lot of times, you run into local jurisdiction sometimes, you run into, even if it's something like building a home, which I'm familiar with, you run into zoning laws, you run into a lot of different laws that will start and put a brick wall in front of you. You understand what I'm saying? And you're thinking, oh, okay, I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to do it like Joe Bob told me to do. You know what I'm saying? And those laws are not applicable in your area. So this is why it's a bad idea to take legal advice from somebody that lives in another state. Never do that. Tell them, look at your local laws, look at your state laws, and then, you know what I'm saying, if you see some comparison in that or whatever, we can pick it up from there. So what I went to go do is I went to go look up Hall 219 amendment 2019 amendment. Now this amendment, hold on one second, of the law happened this quite recently. And what it did was it made the what's the name, the process of being somebody in the US being able to file a lawsuit against somebody in the UK. And I'll look this up a little bit more and I'll come back to it. But basically the 2019 Hogg judgments convictions will be implemented in the UK by amending the Civil Jurisdiction and Judgment Acts of 1982. The amendment will also adjust how the 1982 Act applies to the 2005 Hall Conviction Choice of Court Agreements. Predictability provides more certainty for businesses and citizens involved in cross-border disputes. Uniformity provides a uniform set of rules for a wide range of judgments. Access to judges enhances access to judges and reduces costs for litigants. International trade supports international trade, investment, and cross-border mobility. Now, I'm going to tell you how it goes as far as what we would have here, harassment. Even though you hear those spoken in the tone right there, right? So, hold on one second. Because there's two different parts of this. All this is part of one big tree, which is called Hog. And then the rest of it just kind of tickles down or whatever the case may be into a lower fraction of that. So I'm gonna get all this or whatever, because it's meant in a PDC. If you want to go look it up, you can go look it up right there. And it's in a PDF form. That's why I didn't want to get it from the PDF form, because the PDF forms, they don't tend to be updated a lot. A lot of people will tell you that. So if you go to a PDF form, make sure you look for the date and the year, which I mean, if you don't understand, traditionally, kind of unlike what's that thing called there? Wikipedia. Wikipedia gets updated all the time. A lot of times PDFs don't get updated. So you'll get information off a PDF that might be 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. It might be still relevant, but there might have been an amendment, there might have been a change, there might have been an add, there might have been a subtraction, or whatever from one set law. So let's say, this theoretically speaking, most lawyers wouldn't suggest to you that you go by a PDF unless it's current. You understand what I'm saying? Most people won't accept whatever ending or whatever conclusion you have based off a PDF from 2019, 2017, because those laws, they're going to look and see it. The first thing they're going to do is see if any of those laws are amended, anything has changed within a 2-year period. Things can change drastically. I mean, hell, Kanye got a divorce. He'd only been with the chick for 2 years, and I'm not even sure if he's married to her. Well, we're going to talk about that, though. Anyway, I just wanted to get on this part right here. And like I said, I will get more into this, but I will just give y'all this last little part. Hold on one second. I'm typing. That's what I'm doing. All right, here we go. Now I want to give you guys something else here. Now, here we go right here. This is the one I was looking for too. How now this right here goes a little bit more into detail than the previous one that I read. As an American successfully doing business in the United Kingdom, you already know how to deal with already know how to deal with nuances of building relationships and the ins and outs of the trading for. Da, da, da. Let's break down the law. Here we go. Your contact is commonly referred to as a jurisdiction clause of government law. I want to read the right thing to you guys, so I'm reading it to myself first. I only believe in reading the parts that are important, but I also don't want to admit that, you know what I mean? However, the courts in England and Wales consider you from the U.S. have a jurisdiction over the debtor. This is debt. Yeah. A lot of these include debt because you have a lot of different people that get into these I don't know, these trade arguments a lot of times, and they might have 4 or 5 investors in the United States, and somebody feels they get duped or whatever. Like, see, here's somebody that wrote this. I'll give you an example, right? Here's somebody that wrote this. When did they write this? Okay, well, this is somebody credit. He says it's been 25 years of litigation. He's got 521 million, excuse me, views on it. However, you may not be able to collect on your foreign judgment in American court. As a rule, American state courts will allow the holder of a foreign judgment to sue and recognize in a particular state that works across the state sue. A Louisiana court would generally allow, this is including Canada. And even with Canada, it's a different process, even though Canada is part of the what's the name. But I'm going to look this up more in detail for you guys. But it absolutely has been a way that has been amended and allows for people to expedite the process of suing you if you live in the UK. And so I just thought I'd put that out there because, old boy last night, he said, oh, well, it's going to be real hard to do that. No, the fuck it ain't. It'd be hard for you to do that. It'd be hard for you to do that because you're normal. And that's what's being left out of these conversations. A lot of these people that are talking in these conversations are normal. You don't know what I mean by normal? Meaning, like, none of y'all, like, I had somebody come at me one day, they were on the comment section. They said, well, how come you're not a millionaire? And how come this? And how come that? I said, bitch, you subtract all that. My life's still been more exciting than yours. I done still had more experiences than you. I done still flew more places than you. I done still rode in better cars than you. I done still lived in better neighborhoods than you. So what the fuck are you talking about, including right now? But that's how they'll equate their situation compared to yours. And what I keep trying to tell you guys again and again, don't let these people snatch your motherfucking self-worth. That's what they're trying to do. See, there's been this thing that I paid attention to a long time ago. And I certainly started paying attention to it during the pandemic there. And when they had the pandemic, I remember specifically, I saw a lot of people as we came out of the pandemic. When we was in the pandemic, everybody was nice and cool, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was cool. There was a couple beefs here and there, but for the most part, everybody was cool here on this app. Once the pandemic ended, everybody started getting a little wild, but gradually. This is the worst I've ever seen it. You got different YouTubers beefing with other ones or whatever. When they get tired of that, they start going to to try to grab attention from them. You know what I'm saying? So let me explain something to you, Mr. Anton Levay Attwood. You're not going to be publicly mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? There's a way around that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know that's what you want. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Nah, you're not going to be publicly mentioned. I've seen you now previously like 2 or 3 times, like when they had the situation with Ariel and Courtney Burgess or whatever. You try to attach yourself to that. Even after the week before that, and the video's still up on this page. Okay, the video's still up on this page. I said specifically in a video at UMG, Universal Music Group, I said, yo, Courtney, don't go over there with them. They're going to joke you again. And that's exactly what they did. And ever since Courtney's appeared on there that last time, they done the same thing to Courtney Burgess. Every time he come on, every time they get the opportunity to say something about him, they say something about him. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, man, let me tell y'all both something, man. If your position is you somewhere hiding, you know what I'm saying? Or you somewhere out the way, you talking shit. Like, okay, say you in Scotland, you talking shit about niggas in New York. Who nobody cares. You understand what I'm saying? Say you in where else? Massachusetts or wherever you talking shit about people. Nobody cares because you're not here. The only people that care is people that are just like you. People that are just like you. And there's tons of them. This is where you get, let me explain something to you. The reason we have stars The reason we had, like I heard Lisa Smells the other day, she said, like there's millions of geniuses. There's not millions of geniuses. She was referring to Kanye West at the time. She said, there's millions of geniuses. I said, your statement itself don't even make sense. There's millions of geniuses. No, the fuck they're not. There are people that are quasi-intelligent. There are people that are sublime intelligent. There are people that are alpha intelligent or at top tier intelligence, like Albert Einstein, or even maybe what's the guy that used to work for Trump, black gentleman, that's a neurosurgeon. I forgot what his name is. Like him, that guy's a genius. Or how about the guy that works for NASA, that was the head of NASA, a black gentleman? He's a genius. This dude was telling me stuff about space I never even heard of in my freaking life. You understand what I'm saying? These men are actual gentlemen, and there's not a whole bunch of them. And the damn sure ain't millions of them. So what happened was, it's kind of like a Drake lyric. You understand what I'm saying? It's the pretty boys versus the petty boys. I'm gonna say it for you one more time. It's like a Drake lyric. It's the pretty boys versus the petty boys. You understand what I'm saying? And the petty boys is up. It's more petty boys than it is motherfuckers that look individually adjacent to one of these regular motherfuckers. So if you don't pay attention, all the regular people, people that ain't never did, and I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying, people that are unlike us, what they're trying to do is they want to do this conglomeration of no nothing motherfuckers. Basically, motherfuckers ain't got no talent. That's why you can get on camera and do this. You can literally walk. What's the other dude? The comic. I said, this is the goopiest shit I ever seen in my life. Or remember the other dude, the black dude that looks like a fish and he's everywhere dating pretty girls and stuff like that. And he used to do these weird faces. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of motherfucker they want to replace from real stars. And the reason they want to do this is really to condition the populace. See, if everybody collectively feel like they somebody at one time, you understand what I'm saying? They ignore everything else. It's a good trick. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll say it for you one more time. If everybody feels like they're special, basically what they do is they live in their own individuality special bubble. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where you get the rise of narcissism in society nowadays, where you get a lot of people that walk around and they actually think they're better than the other person. Yeah, we don't know what you're going through. Yeah, we don't know how you're holding it down. But to be quite honest, most people don't care about each other. And this is why you're seeing deflection from real emotions from people nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? Like somebody can meet you and sit there and talk to you or whatever. Like where I live at, people anyway are very pompous. I don't live in Connecticut most of my whole entire life. So people here in Connecticut are very pompous in certain areas. You understand what I'm saying? But there's different types of pompous. There's I could deal with you're in the whole like people where I lived around that had $200,000 cars, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I can live with that pompous, but I can't live with a pompous and you're cocky and you live in poverty. You understand what I'm saying? Like that shit don't make sense. You understand? Like I had motherfuckers try to flex on me driving a RAV4. I'm like, motherfucker, I done been in Porsches, Lambos, and you here trying to flex in front of me in a fucking RAV4 Jeep. I said, man, listen, I literally ought to get you out the car. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like, and the pictures and the videos and all this is there for y'all and showed this to y'all. So it's like, for me, it'd be like funny to me when I see people take these bubbles of exit in order to survive and cope here in America. That's really what it is. When you live inside a bubble, you trying to live to survive your own non-self-worth. That's what I'm saying. You know, there's a lot of motherfuckers that walk around, right? They ain't got no self-worth to them. They ain't got nothing to offer the world. They know they ain't got nothing to offer the world. So what they do is they try to take away everybody that do have something to offer the world. This is the work truly of demons. You understand? Let me explain to you. I seen somebody write in the chat room, they worship the devil. I don't know if they do or don't, but I'll show y'all something interesting in a minute that goes along the line of the pagans. And one thing I said about old, what's his name over there? Little bubblegum. Over there, Anton Levay, Attwood's channel. Yeah, the old good old boy. Just some good old boys from the neighborhood. Him on it down, 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 down. Them motherfuckers. I don't know why the fuck Huggy over there sitting with them motherfuckers, but I know she got a plan. But I'm just like, Huggy, why you sitting over there with them motherfuckers? For real. Sitting over there with the help. Sitting over there with the help. Shout out to Huggy motherfucking Pampers. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Point is, man, some sucker shit going on. So if y'all wonder what I'm ranting and raving about, no, that's what y'all say. He's ranting and raving. Now I'm pointing out shit to be said. I heard a nigga say today, I can prove it. Puff's running out of money. All right, nigga, you better be able to prove that. Because based off that little modest ass house of yours, it don't look like you can afford to prove that. You know what I'm saying? A little tiny ass house over there trying to flex with that purple hat on. Hey, girl. Fuck all that. He was trying to look like he was connecting. So he had this purple hat on. It was like a purple brim, but the shit didn't look right on because he like pasty pale. You know, a white girl I used to date taught me that term. He's like pasty pale. You understand what I'm saying? So wearing purple probably ain't the best move for you because it just go highlight that you pasty pale. You understand what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to be funny. But he was over there spitting, talking about, yeah, you know, Puff's lost most of his businesses, and I can prove. I said, how? You ex-prisoner? These are ex-prisoners we're talking about here. You understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about dignified men or nothing like that, stand-up men. We're talking about ex-prisoners that are sitting here on this app asking for other people to be put in jail. To me, that sounds like somebody working for somebody. I ain't never seen nobody. I seen people go in and they'll try to reform themselves and shit like that or whatever. But they'll start working with the kids. You understand what I'm saying? That's usually the avenue they'll go. Black, white, polka dot, Spanish, whatever. They'll denounce whoever they was rolling with. I'm dead serious. This is how it really go. They'll denounce whoever they was rolling with in the prison many a times or whatever. They'll become the father they wanted to be. And none of these guys did 10, 15, 20 years, whatever the case. You understand? They'll come home and they'll start dealing with the community. They'll come home and they'll start dealing with kids. Yeah, I know Anton, Levay, Attwood talk at the schools and all that shit, but nigga, that's not your sole motherfucking modus operandi out here. Your sole modus operandi out here is try to keep the gangster spirit going, and you go out here and you interview criminals. Shit, I could interview criminals on this motherfucker. You know how many motherfuckers I know in New York City that'll do something strange for $2,000? You understand what I'm saying? For real, I'm trying to tell you. So, with that being said, I could interview criminals on here. I don't interview criminals. I don't interview people that did crimes in the past. I don't highlight people that did crimes in the past. You understand what I'm saying? And trust me, I can have some hard-hitting motherfuckers on here. I told y'all before, I got 3 homies that's doing life in prison, bro. You understand what I'm saying? 3 of them, all 3 of them from murder. So I don't have to sit up here and promote that shit because that's not what it is. If you listen to my diatribes and my voice when I'm talking, you often listen, most times you'll hear me say, hey, young men, yeah, young men. That's why I heard Bubblegum over there today talking about, yeah, I want to start me. Nigga, you brought that from me. Just like the rest of the pets over there at your zoo. Y'all go from page to page to page. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that part. I like that too. You know what? I can build something off this. Yo, you know what? I'm listening to. Let me build. All these motherfuckers constructing houses built off other people's bricks. Frauds. That's a fraud. If you build it, listen, I done said jokes on here before, right? But I know from watching Cole Holcomb, you understand what I'm saying? 5150. What's going on, Chi-Town? About City, huh? And listen, I know from watching Cole, I know from watching Craig Fax, I know from watching Dion, I know from watching a lot of different comedians. I know for a fact that you don't take people's jokes, right? And then regurgitate them as your own. People don't like that. You understand what I'm saying? I learned that from them. Previously, I didn't know that till I heard it through their words. You understand what I'm saying? So anytime that I would say something, or anytime you've heard me, and go back and listen, you'll hear me say, oh, those ain't my words. Those Cole Holcomb's words. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, those ain't my words. Oh, Craig had words. You know what I'm saying? Like Craig had one thing he said one time. It was funny as hell. He said Lumpy looked like he said Lumpy built like his microwave dirty. Like it was just some quick shit, but it was funny. That's his joke. You understand what I'm saying? But we got people here on this app that grab pieces of people's personality, grab pieces of people's conversations, use pieces that people have said in their conversations. Like the other day, I was like, yo, what did the you know what I'm saying? Like, next thing I know, Huggy over there talking about pig Latin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing against Huggy. I don't care about what you grab, a little small something like that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But other motherfuckers, I don't know. Like, come on, son. Don't be doing that shit, bro. Don't be doing that shit. You listen to me talking to the fellas. Don't nobody want to listen to no nigga that got his hair shaved on his side, look like appear to be a pentagram or some type of sign on your hand. That's either a pentagram sign or either that's a sign for anarchy. One of the two. He's got a tattoo on his forearm right here, and I think he's got one of the other two. I can't see it. That's why he always sits with his hands down. If you ever pay attention to it, he never really has his hand displayed like that for a very long time. He'll have it like that, or he'll have it halfway, or he won't catch himself in the moment of doing it. But I'm talking about a little bubble gum. What's that shit right here on your hand? What's this right here? That's what I want to know. I want to know what this is right here. He's got a tattoo right here. And then subsequently, he's got a set of tattoos across here and a set of tattoos at the bottom half right here. Because you try to tattoo this knuckle part right here, it's going to hurt very bad. So he's got a set of tattoos right here, set of tattoos right here, and then one big one right here that either looks like, to me, it stands for anarchy in the paganistic way. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's start, because I heard some of the diatribe you said today, and see certain diatribes go with, yo, I want to have less government. The people should be able to do this and that. And it started echoing something that I heard before I remember when I was in high school, because I never going to school with these kids y'all think are cool kids. Now they used to be the dark kids. You know what I'm saying? They used to be the kids that, you know what I mean? Anarch. They used to be the kids that you want to stay away from. You know, the kid with the black jacket. So I want y'all to hear this real quick, and then I'm gonna give you a different example. All right. So this is the Merriam-Webster Oxford definition of what you would call anarchy. Anarchy, a state of disorder due to the absence or non-recognition of authority or other controlling systems. I'll read that to you again. A state of disorder due to the absence or non-recognition of authority or other controlling systems. Number two, the organization of society on the basis of voluntary cooperation with our political institutions or hierarchical government anarchism. Let me read that for you one more time. A state of disorder or absence or non-recognition of authority and other controlling systems. An organization of society on the basis of voluntary cooperation with our political institutions or hierarchy governments, anarchism. This is a state of basically governing without governing. Now, watch this. I want to give y'all something. Now, that was anarchy, okay? Anarchy. Now, there's also a different type of anarchy that people are not aware of, but I am. Oh yeah, I'm more than aware of that. Some of these podcasts, they think they the first ones, you know what I'm saying? The shit like that. So I wanted to read y'all something real quick, which is called pagan anarchism. Okay? I'm gonna say that again for you. Pagan anarchism. It's written by Christopher Scott Thompson. I'll read it for you again. Pagan anarchism. And there's many other books that follow behind in this, but this is a belief. Not only is it a belief, but it's a belief within their beliefs. Like, for example, pagan anarchism is a history and a manifesto for magicians, witches, rebels, heretics, seeking to fight capitalism and authority to help the spirits. I'll read it for you again. Pagan anarchism is a history and a manifesto for magicians, witches, rebels, heretics, seeking to fight capitalism and authority with the help of the spirits. With the help of the spirits. Now, you're wondering what those spirits are, right? Well, and why I'm mentioning this. Well, Anton Levay Attwood, because I've ran into people like this before. Anton Levay Attwood has admittedly said, I don't know if he messed up and said it one day, and I still got it if you want to lie and say you didn't say it. Oh, yeah, I paid attention. As soon as you said those words, I'm a pagan. I said, you're Scottish, so that means you're probably a green pagan. And that makes sense because pagans keep witches, heretics, and all these people we're mentioning. Hold on one second. I want to give you something else. I want y'all to specifically see this. So I was looking at the tattoo he had on his forearm. Hold on one second. Let me show y'all this. And I said to myself, that tattoo looks familiar. Now, it could be a state of a couple of things, but it looked most familiar, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And maybe we might want to get him to throw that up for us so we could get the confirmation. Is that okay with you, Bubblegum? Little Bubblegum? Yeah, bitch, yeah. Here's what you commonly saw, or I thought I commonly saw on his hand. Now, this is not a direct implantation, but do you see what I was talking about earlier? I said he has a set of tattoos, as you can see, they go across this top part. Then he has another set of tattoos that goes around the bottom part. Now, this is the 4 index fingers. The last one, which is the thumb, of course, you can only do one because anywhere on top of there, you don't have space. Then, as you see right here, you see the moon, okay? That's to represent actually the black moon that falls into the solace. The black moon falls into the solace after the sun has circled around. I forgot how many times, but it goes through basically what is recognized to us as our what do you call it? Astrological signs. And so basically the last one until it hits what the moon what the its planet's reach is I believe it's Cancer. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what these people worship. So they call that a solace and whatever, whatever. On the other hand, as you see, that's just self-explanatory. Now, all these other symbols and things like that that you see right here, you see owls and everything else or whatever, which is from something I think I've seen before. But this is what this man has on his hands on the show. Now, this is not exactly what he has on his hands. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, put him out there as that's exactly what he has on his hands. But here, I'll give you some more. Oh, you think it's just him? Oh, no, 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 no. Same thing, as you can see, the black moon. See, pagans, they represent this black moon, and it's very, very important to them. I'll read it to you in a minute if you don't believe me. But this is from his own admittance. The man said he was a pagan. I mean, if you still don't believe me, hey, shit. That's a cauldron in the middle right there. See the cauldron? Look on his fingers. See his fingers? This type of tattooing is very painful. It's extremely painful. It's about as almost as painful as having one on your back. Here's one for the other group. Shares the same value sense, but they're a different type of pagans. As you'll see, they worship the earth more. And so do the green pagans as well. But they put a heavier emphasis on the earth. And what you see right there actually is a tree growing. I'll show you some more. I want to know what that boy got on his hands. And I need you to show it to the camera. This right here represents the void. And also the solstice. When it circles around, I'll say it for you again, what's the name circles around in the middle of this, and in the middle until it reaches Cancer, and then you get the black moon. So while you see the abyss in there, it's actually representatory of the black moon, which pagans worship. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. I don't expect you to understand what I'm talking about. Here's another example in case you still don't get it. Here's some souls grabbing on and being drawn towards the black moon that pagans worship. I'll show you some more. You want to see some more? I'll show you more. Oh, there's tons of them. Once again, black moon. So I want to see what that boy got on his hands. That's not what he's got on his hands right there. So I don't want to, like I said, I don't ever get into misrepresentation of people. Once again, black moon. This is why the group from Brooklyn named their group Black Moon, because they were really taking a shot at pagans. How people don't realize that. You don't believe me? Go ask Buckshot Shorty. Go, matter of fact, ask Evil D, because I think Evil D was the one that named the group. Ask Evil D, because he into all that shit. I done been up around Evil D. Shout out to him, my man Frank Lowe had him before, whatever, performed. Great performance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Black Sun. So let's get into pagans and the Black Sun. So the Black Sun, also known, and so you guys can see I'm reading that, okay? The Black Sun, also known as the Sonarad, is a symbol used by some pagans, Nazis, and white supremacists. I can't make this shit up. Pagans, Nazis, and white supremacists. Y'all ain't following me though. Y'all ain't following me though. I'm trying to give you the answers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be here, nigga. I'm trying to give them the good game. They don't want to listen to it though. They want to go listen to them other people. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking about a podcaster, Anton Levay Attwood, who has outwardly admitted that he is a pagan, and I believe that pagans roll in force. You understand what I'm saying? We might be fighting against demons and don't even know it. Well, I know it. Let me stand there. The black sun, also known as the Sonorad, is a symbol used by some pagans, Nazis, and white supremacists. Now, y'all sitting up there, and these niggas are sitting up there having all this motherfucking discussions and everything like that on their channel, talking about, poor Kanye, I can't believe Kanye said what he said about the people. I can't believe it. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. She can't take anymore. I'm little bubblegum. Come over and see my podcast. I got a pot of gold at the end. What do you say, Scott? Good Scott. Anyway, some modern pagans and Satanists use the black sun as an esoteric symbol. Folkish heathenry, a contemporary paganism, is a religious movement that is connected to the Sonorad. The Nazis used the Sonorad as a symbol of ideals, Aryan, and Norse heritage. You understand what I'm saying? Odd, isn't it? The Nazis used the Sonorad as a symbol of their idolized Aryan and Norse heritage. The Nazis viewed the Sonorad as a symbol of the Volk or folk. So a lot of times when y'all using that terminology, folk, you're actually saying some old German shit, but that's a whole bunch of stuff. Gesundheit. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of these moment phrases that you use come from Europeans. Anyway, long story short, keep on going. The Nazis viewed the Sonorad as a symbol of the Volk or folk, the common man or woman, the folk. You understand what I'm saying? The Nazis used the Sonorad as in propaganda to justify the elimination of the outsiders. The Sonorad is a well-known symbol of white supremacists and has been seen in other white supremacist attacks. White supremacists often combine the Sonorad with other hate symbols such as the swastika. Let me read that one for you again. White supremacists often combine the Sonorad with other hate symbols such as the swastika, but not adjacent to just that. The Sonorad is also a fashionable aesthetic symbol. The Sonorad appears in traditional symbology in many countries and cultures, including Old Norse and Celtic cultures. Norse cultures would be Scottish, and Celtic cultures would be Irish. This for those in the need. Let's get into what it really means here. Let me break this shit down for y'all real quick. There are some who do not believe a comedy befell Astora, but instead interpret it as Genesis. This is how far back this go. Okay, Black Sun paganism. There are some out there who do not believe the calamity befell Astora, but instead interpreted as a Genesis. They believe that their mighty god Helios bathed the world in his heavenly fire to smite the unworthy, and we few who have survived are his chosen ones deemed worthy to live. They believe Helios will return to render justice once again, and we must be ready. Therefore, anyone who deviates from this belief is deemed a heretic, burned alive as a sacrifice to Helios. Followers of the Black Sun can be identified carrying and wearing symbols resembling a black sun. Some are even adorning it as a tattoo, usually at the center of the chest and out of sight. Black Sun pagans rituals often include, and now even though I said that, we're talking about common days now. This is versus traditional. So I want y'all to put that in emphasis. You know what I'm saying? Because reality, you're not even supposed to wear tattoos, period, according to the Bible. Black Sun pagans, they say, do not like rip your skin. You're not even supposed to get piercings either, according to the Bible. So, like I said, take that as a grain of salt. We are modern days, and that's going to contradict me in any way, because I know some of you, I got them right there. No, you don't, bitch. Black Sun pagan rituals often included elements of extensive sun exposure or exposure to open flame. They believed the burning of their skin to be spiritual and chaotic. a way of physically render their skin from their bodies. Many members are heavily scarred from these cleansing rituals. Among them, sacrifice is common practice, usually a heretical prisoners or slaves. However, it's not uncommon that the followers will be willingly to sacrifice either. These people. Look. I can't make this shit up. Y'all think I look? They even depict what the motherfuckers look like. That's Helios. Now, really, that's just a sun god and an abstraction, and their belief system of what we now call Jesus. You understand? Excuse me, God rather. Jesus was the son. Hold on, I'm gonna give y'all some more here. Yeah, here we go. Since we talking so much about Kanye and what Kanye said, it's funny. We want to sit up there and talk about Kanye and everything. I gotta say this real quick, right, about Kanye. If I get into this part right here, we want to sit back and talk everything about Kanye said, or whatever. Let me tell y'all the real deal, right? Let's take a break from that, but still continue. I'll talk about Kanye's divorce in a minute because that's quick to talk about. But let me just talk about this one part right here because somebody asked me to speak about it, and I said I ain't said nothing really about it. You gotta peep game where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you ain't never been in this business before, of course you don't know what you're saying. You're guessing, and you're guessing wrong. Some of y'all, let me tell you this. Some of y'all, if you wasn't so anxious to get a story, if you wasn't so anxious to try to take Pump down, you were very or Kanye or Jay-Z, you will see where you're missing things at. Anyway, don't worry about that. Long story short, we talk about Kanye and talk about what Kanye did, right? Talk about Kanye getting Kanye is now getting what do you call it, divorce on this girl. I didn't even know he was married to her. But and I'm being honest with you, I didn't think he was married to her. I thought that was just his girl. Or maybe they are. But now they got rid of her for the discounted price of $5 million. I heard this little chick, you know, that little wannabe one there. If your name is Kanye West, da, 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 it's your favorite airhead. That bitch an airhead, bro. That bitch is a straight airhead. Listen, right? Anyway. Kanye ditches out the commercial. He pays for the commercial. And then he turns around. Y'all missed this part. Kanye pays for the commercial, right? And I couldn't believe you ain't catch this, Huggy. I'm disappointed in you. Or maybe you did, you just didn't want to tell John Henry over there. Kanye does a commercial. He knows a previous commercial that he did before when he was in his pickup truck the year before was very successful. He shot everybody over to the website then, and then came over there and they bought things, right? Kanye did the same thing this year. Had a very basic commercial, swung everybody over to the website or whatever the case might be. And people saying, oh, well, like Lisa Smells. He's jealous of Kendrick. That's what it was. No, I wasn't jealous. He was testing some shit. Oh, y'all missed it. He, after Kendrick's performance, this is what I was trying to tell y'all the other night. What's good, God? After Kendrick's performance, and y'all was celebrating and running around and shit, clapping hands. Yay! Black Power, the white establishment funded motherfucker to fit. Yay! These niggas gonna respect us now. It was quite the opposite. It was tons and tons and tons of white people and other people that were just brown noses and kiss asses online displacing their displeasure with Kendrick Lamar being there. Now, this is funny. They had never done that with other black artists that have been there before. They might get a little bothered. Like, man, fuck, I just showed up here. They got a goddamn Rihanna conforming. Why the hell they got Rihanna up here? I don't like no goddamn Rihanna. Goddamn. Oh, shit, they got another nigga up here this year. Ain't that goddamn 50 Cent? Well, I kind of like 50. I like that one song that Trump came out on. What called Mini Man? That's one good boy right there. He's rich, too, now. He's a successful nigga. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't like that shit right there. But lo and behold, from the history of niggas that have performed at the Super Bowl, I ain't never heard him speak this loud about one nigga, single nigga ever. They were online. I can't believe what I saw. He ruined the Super Bowl. My experience is ruined and my kids are traumatized. It was motherfuckers saying this shit. I'm dead serious. Y'all seen some of it yourself. I don't think to myself, I read, this is the motherfuckers and Kanye West was trying to get the attention of. The whole shit was a play and y'all ain't get it. Y'all went the opposite direction. Y'all went to assimilation. Let me explain. So basically, Kanye knew that he could get success off the commercial, right? From the year before. So, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about, but Kanye did a commercial where he was just sitting in his Jeep and he just said, hey, I don't know how to do this commercial. I just turned this on. What's going on? And I just turned this on and you know what I'm saying? This is my commercial. And the shit did numbers. He had everybody coming over to the website. They was buying everything. He did the same complete thing last year. We did the same thing this year. And he gets everybody over to the website. And evidently he got a shirt over there for sale that's got a swastika on it, right? We're going to get into that. Just give me a second. Stay here if you're with me. So, you know, subsequently his shit gets taken down or whatever, which I'm pretty sure he don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he cares. The type of artist he is, you can always come back. It's not going to be anybody. What you're confused with is, you think because a couple of y'all start talking, and it's a truth and reality. What I can look at right now, and the sentiment seems to be, oh, he's going broke now, like little Lisa Smells over there. That's her favorite one. They're going broke. They're going broke. In comparison to who? You, bitch? How much are you worth? Can we start asking that question from now on? Like, ask a bitch that's online talking about a motherfucker. Bitch, how much are you worth? Are you worth any more as much as Kanye? Have you ever seen as much as Kanye? You understand what I'm saying? And most of these bitches will say no. So the real fool is you, ho. But let me continue. So don't be sorry, ho. Be careful. Out here talking big money. He broke, they broke, this person's broke. Bitch, you don't know what the fuck somebody got. And who gives a fuck about your measurements in life? There's a lot of motherfuckers under that Biden era that still think that Biden era is going on. Like all the shit they were doing in the Biden era that was acceptable. A lot of these chicks say they could do it right now. I'm trying to tell you within the next 3-4 months, you're gonna see it. What's the name? Thank you. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see everything dissipate with that. You understand what I'm saying? Like that front ain't here no more. So anyway, long story short, Kanye knew that crowd would be there. If you ain't never been to the Super Bowl before, or you ain't really locked in like you should be locked in, you should have known if Kendrick fucking Lamar is performing, the majority of the audience that's in motherfucking Louisiana, what y'all think? Louisiana is like nigga central? No, all them white folks from all them different areas of Louisiana, all the white folks that came from Pennsylvania, not just Philly, Pennsylvania. Most of the niggas that's in Louisiana can't afford Super Bowl tickets. Most of the niggas that live in Philly in the trenches can't afford Super Bowl tickets. Who the fuck you think going, bro? Y'all niggas is dizzy. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, if you live in the hood right now, right? Go through your building in the projects or wherever you live at. Go through your building and ask 5 apartments, yo, did you have money to go to... Hold on. I'll prove my point. How much is Super Bowl tickets? Let's see how much Super Bowl tickets cost. How much are Super Bowl tickets? I can tell you real quick. Most motherfuckers live in the hood, at least the chicks anyway, over there paying $20 a month. Okay, so the cheapest Super Bowl tickets is $2,588. I swear to God. The cheapest Super Bowl tickets is $2,588. For most motherfuckers, they rather go down to DR and get some loose for J. And this is for this game. It says the cheapest tickets we can find is writing from TickPick, where a seat would cost about $2,588. That is estimated fees included. For perspective, when the Chiefs and the Eagles won their respective conference championships in 2023, the lowest price without fees included was around $5,000. Ain't no niggas. Listen, if a nigga got $2,500 and they live in the hood, they trapping in the hood, and there's only about 3, 4 of them over there. Ain't no average motherfucker going to the motherfucking Super Bowl. So the majority of the fucking crowd there was not, and if you see it, was not motherfucking black or Latino. It was white folks that were there. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the demographic. And that's why you saw so many of them displeased with Kendrick Lamar's performance. And Kendrick should have seen that shit coming. Nigga, you showed up in Louisiana, a former French territory of mostly like niggas. You know what I mean? Like they got words for shit down there. And so you went into that area. How can I say it? That crowd, even when you go to Bourbon Street and all that shit. I've been out there, dog. That shit ain't mostly niggas. You go to Bourbon Street and all that shit. I'm talking about the centers and shit like that or whatever. It's not flooded with niggas. Niggas can't afford Louisiana. Look at the motherfucking the average pay rate for a Louisiana citizen, and you'll quickly see ain't no nigga paying no $5,000, $2,588 either or, and they were more in 2023 than they were in 2000. Excuse me, they were more in 2024 than they were just now in 2025. And I just read out the numbers. This year, the lowest price ticket they could find was $2,588. Last year, the lowest price ticket they could find was $5,000. That means the highest price ticket that they had probably in reality was around about this year, probably eight to seven, somewhere around there. And then the highest price from last year, if the lowest price was 5,000, I'm imagining that the highest price were anywhere from 10 to 11 for top tier. And then if you want a booth or something, you can go move upwards to $20,000, $30,000. You see what I'm saying? The average nigga from the housing projects ain't going to that. You understand what I'm saying here? So most of the demographic, because Louisiana is a poor area, especially that intermediate area right there. Most of the people that lived in that area that were of the culture, they wasn't at that fucking game. And I don't care what you say. Rich niggas was at that game. Niggas that trap real hard was at that game. Niggas that got, you know what I'm saying, they got up in their business a little bit was at that game. But don't sit here and pretend, because I done seen videos from out there, the majority of the motherfuckers that were out there were white. And that's why you saw so many motherfuckers that were white act like they were displeased, along with niggas too, but online talking about how displeased they were. I can't believe he did this. That goddamn Kendrick, he fucked up my whole experience. Yeah, because baby girl paid fucking almost $3,000 for them tickets. Of course, that bitch gonna be mad. You tell him, Becky. You tell him, Margie. You know what I'm saying? See what that like. We're not getting into the specifics. Niggas is just giving you the surface because they want a story to forward with. You understand what I'm saying? You got to talk about demographics. This is why you had to push back and all these white folks on there. And the tune that they singing and the tune that y'all singing, no offense, y'all might as well be on the plantation over in the housing area, sitting over there talking about, you know what, I can't stand Massa. Master, you know what? We got to do this to Master. We mad, Master. Let's show them why we mad inside this cabin while they up at the big house. That's motherfucking might as well what should have been explained. I ain't even gonna motherfucking hold you, bro. That should have been motherfucking explained. You understand what I'm saying? That should have been what's motherfucking explained. It's not being explained. You think the owner of the NFL gave a fuck about Kendrick Lamar shit? No, he just thought of the viewers at home, which would be more than the people in attendance. The people in attendance are the ones that are primarily complaining. And the reason they complaining because they didn't spend this amount of money on them tickets and they ain't come to see no Black Power shit. No offense. You understand what I'm saying? I get the symbology, I get the meaning, and I don't stand against it. But what I'm trying to tell you is them folks that could afford those tickets that ranged anywhere from $4,000, I'm gonna say, all the way up to 10 to 11, and that's just for regular seating, all the way up to if you want a special booth, which will cost you about $25,000 to $40,000. You understand what I'm saying? The average nigga in the hood can't afford them tickets. Now y'all can sit around and pretend or whatever. If you the average nigga in the hood and you got $3,000 to go to the game, the bitch move out the hood. Told you niggas priorities be fucked up. Nigga be pulling up to a $40,000 car, limped up with like 12 and accessories and shit, and pull right up, hop out the car, and go right up into the 5th floor after he walked past a puddle of piss. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas priorities is fucked up, bro. That's like bitches that go and have a whole bunch of kids and shit like that and move it to like a 2-bedroom or some shit like that. Bitch, instead of having babies, bitch, you need to be saving money to buy a house. I wish I thought I raised my motherfucking kid in a fucking apartment. This is why I don't have no fucking kids. You understand what I'm saying? That shit, it costs you a lot of fucking money and a whole bunch of other shit going along with it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you do it, you happy with that, fucking great. I have no problem with that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, it's a financial burden that's going to stay with you the totality of your life. And at the end of it, the only thing you're going to be able, well, I was so happy. And then your kids, you're going to watch your kids go through their career. This is the irony of it. You're going to watch the kids that you raise do the opposite of what you did, go to work, get big or whatever, move in, enjoy their life. Yeah, they'll give you a couple of the countrymen from that, but you're going to see them do what you once wanted to do. So I encourage most young men, especially a lot of young men, even men in their middle 30s, 40s, and early 50s. Don't go out here just plopping out babies. You have time. Don't let nobody encourage you that you got to go out and have a focus. I stand stern on that. Nigga, go travel. You understand what I'm saying? I'd have been every fucking way. I'll show y'all pictures of this shit. I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying, but I want to emphasize this. Y'all done seen me. I've been everywhere, and the best of the best. Miami, Cali, you name it, man. Airy, everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? I show y'all pictures and videos of it all the time. For the younger dudes in your 30s, 40s, 50s, early 50s, late 50s, even. Go travel, go do some shit. This is the wonderful thing about being a man. You can have children to the day you die. Just have something to leave your legacy. And what the fuck can you teach a kid anyway if you have a baby at 13, 14, 15, even 21, 22, 23? And it's gonna be a lot of neglecting. You're gonna be at work all the time. These are the building years as an adult. You understand what I'm saying? But now, if that's what you want to do and you can find your little wifey, y'all make it happen, I encourage that. But for the average man, only thing that's gonna happen to you, boy, you're gonna end up in a fucking courthouse somewhere. You understand, with the rest of them. There's gonna be about 30 niggas just like you up in there. You're gonna think you alone and it's all about you. I went to court with one of my homies one time because he owed some child support or whatever. So I went along with him because he said he usually had people, you know what I mean? And I went there and I seen all these niggas in there. Oh, it was like, it had to be, and I'm not lying. This was a court in Brooklyn. It was at least 15 motherfuckers in there that was in there because of child support. 15 niggas, all those faces, brown and black, brown and black. I ain't see one white boy in there. Everybody was in there, was Latino or black. You know what I'm saying? Only, how much you owe? Man, these niggas sell $40,000. You know what I'm saying? Poppy over here. Diablo, yo don't tiene job, but on there. You know what I'm saying? Shit was wild. So don't go over there being another one of them motherfuckers. Not saying that every girl gonna run you on child support, but at the same time, don't be shy. Be careful. You understand what I'm saying? Don't go out here having no wayward ass motherfucking babies. Get yourself in a financial mess, and then you can't do nothing about it. And now you just figuring it out. And you trying to wiggle through life at that point. Nah, fuck out of that. That's why you get these old ass bitches now to be like 35, 45. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that like that. Ooh, shit, I didn't mean to say. I'm sorry. That's why you get these bitches. That's why you'll get these chicks out here now with these spare tires and chichos and shit rolling up on you at the club. Talking about, I deserve for a nigga to buy me a drink. I'm a dental assistant. I deserve for a nigga to buy me a drink. I work as a receptionist. I bitch, I'll get you in that little pussy ass job out my face. I deserve a man to buy me a $20 drink. I got 3 kids by 3 different men. I live in public housing and I work as a dental assistant. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's another bill, man. Fuck out of here. You understand what I'm saying? And more men going that way nowadays. Now back to Kanye, man. Kanye ain't had no babies with this chick, which is a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because it probably would have cost him a little bit more. But back to the thing with Kendrick and this whole performance thing, because I want to do a rehash on that. If you can't see the bulk and the majority of motherfucking faces, and I applaud you to go look at the footage of the game and look in the crowd and look at the faces of the people in the crowd and tell me how many knuckles you see sitting in that crowd. You ain't gonna, you most of them faces is white. And it's Louisiana, so it makes sense. You understand? So with that being said, of course you was gonna get a lot of complaints. And this is why you see all these complaint videos. And I hear about these stories. Yeah, we got pro-black people going over there. What, for a nigga performing on a white-based platform who he went there on behest of another nigga that they hired for the same white platform? The fuck, they hired Jay-Z. Jay, no offense. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? But they hired Jay-Z to have the... Y'all niggas don't see the chain of command here? Like, what are you fucking... Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? They're not like us. Yes, the fuck they are. They better than you. Listen, you don't believe me? Tell me if they would have shut down that bitch, right? If they would have shut down his performance, tell me Kendrick Lamar had enough power to tell them niggas, y'all bitches better not stop this shit. Exactly. So motherfuckers just sit here and say, oh, you're being anti-Kendrick. No, I'm being pro-reality. You understand what I'm saying? Pro-reality dictates that the reasons you had these hundreds of thousands of whatever is exactly in correlation with what I was telling you. And this is why I think Kanye did that. Kanye did that, in my opinion. He said he did that commercial, then set it up that way because he wanted to show and see how many people would actually come to his website and buy that shirt. I don't think Kanye meant any. I think what he wanted to do was see how many suckers would come buy that shirt. So then, all they got to do is look at the invoice, and you could tell right there who bought the shirt. You could even tell if their inspiration was drawn upon the commercial that they saw at Super Bowl. You could tell by the demographic most of the time. It's certain things you could tell. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing that you didn't even have to need particular direction on or particular information on was the pure simple fact, if people were going to buy that shirt with the swastika on it, that goes a whole hell of a long way to say who the fuck they are. In the spirit of Baby Boy, little dumb motherfuckers. Little dumb motherfuckers. Niggas is out here trying to do good work. Just because you don't understand the motherfucking work, sometimes it's all right just to shut the fuck up. Let's see who buy the fucking shirts. And that's the part that's being left out. Y'all going along with the typical terrestrial media. Kanye's terrible for this. He's terrible. That motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The average goofy. You know what I'm saying? But they're even digging into, okay, but why would he do that? I know why he did it. He wanted to see who would buy the shirt. He wanted to show y'all that they would still get mad over the same thing that they said before. Meanwhile, don't nobody say nothing about their foes like that, though. Understand what I'm saying? Don't nobody say nothing about their foes like that. Y'all gonna find out later on, Kanye did the same thing that Kanye been doing. He wanted to test the water. He wanted to see who was still a friend of his. He wanted to see if he could say what he wanted to say for real, like Elon Musk had promoted and said. We kind of find out that ain't the truth no more since he got the position that he got. You can't say what you want to on X. Can you, Elon? Huh? See, y'all so slow, little dumb motherfuckers. Baby boy voice. What can't you say? Y'all should be all on this motherfucker side, y'all slow motherfuckers. I mean, you can't either, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You ain't think about that part, did you? You making fun of Kanye and Kanye getting kicked off of Twitter or whatever, and I'm not for what he said. What I'm simply telling you is he proved two things that you slow motherfuckers didn't get. Yes, you can get kicked off Twitter. Yes, you can. Regardless of what Elon Musk said, because Elon's position dictates that he kicks people off of there. Because if he doesn't kick people off of there, then it goes totally against everything that he was saying. And it makes sense to me because Kanye and Elon had a fallout. So let's see if you really real about what you're saying. Can you actually say what you want to on X, or is it a floss? And it's a farce. Y'all don't peep game like I peep games, what I'm trying to tell you. He played both sides of the system. He played the NFL crowd Let's see who buy the shirts. Let's see what type of niggas really didn't like Kendrick. Because everybody know Nazis and KKK members, they don't like niggas. Black niggas, Spanish niggas, Asian niggas, niggas. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like niggas. They only like pure Aryans. That's why I always laugh at like light-skinned Latinos. And I'm saying this as somebody that's half Latino. I always laugh at light-skinned Latinos when they try to fit in with white people. Like a lot of them try to do it around here. Some of these folks, they come from the worst environments you could think of. And they would try to fit themselves in with white folks by smiling and giggling or even trying to portray as if they're in the same ilk, social economically, power-wise, or anywhere else with like this like fronting basically. I'ma pretend like I'm somebody. Nigga, you ain't gonna pretend with me because I actually accomplished shit. Go pretend with the motherfuckers that hang around in front of the corner of the store before I curse you the fuck out. You ain't got the same resume as me on paper. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have the same education as me on paper. So I'm not gonna sit here and let you motherfucking disrespect me like I'm a fucking nobody because of the way you feel inside. Bitch, fuck you, fuck everybody with you, fuck your family, and what's up? I can't stand motherfuckers like that. I've seen people in the Asian community do this. I've seen people, I'm like, you sitting over here brown nosing with motherfucker. I know when you went through school, niggas used to joke the fuck out of you for your ethnicity. And now you sitting up here with the same motherfuckers that used to joke you about your ethnicity. And you sitting with the motherfuckers now trying to make fun of other people from another group about their ethnicity. That's the weakest bitch ass motherfucker ever. You might as well put a fucking collar and a chain around your neck and let them walk you around, you fucking weak punk. See, people, men that don't have no backbone do shit like that. A man is scared of life. A man that ain't got no motherfucking recognition, they do shit like that. And we all know black people and black Latinos do the same shit. Hi, how are you doing? My name's Tamika Watkins. Hi, I'm Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. Y'all see these bitches every day online. Hi, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, like that bitch. You know, you know what I'm saying? We see people do this shit every day. And so if you're not paid attention, tell me how many people over 35 peep this. Have you noticed that the accent of the traditional Black American and the traditional Latino has switched into this like subpar? I grew up in the suburbs, but in reality, I live on the 4-4 of the projects accent. This what do you call it? Bouge ghetto accent that you want to call it. Oh my God. I'll make sure my kid never fucking talks like that. My kid talks like that. Hey, what's this? Some boxing gloves. Come on. But come on. You know what I'm saying? Fucking punch him about 3 or 4 times. Hopefully he'll get up and be like, okay, Dad, you're right. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice, it ain't got real minuscule, articulate. These motherfuckers is real emotional and shit, and the fucking you know how I go. And so I'm looking at some of these people that are online nowadays, and how can I say it? I don't want to insult nobody. I'm looking at these people online and how they come to their conclusions based on most of the time conspiracy theories, most of the time hatred they have in their heart towards these individual artists, inclusive of Kanye. But they never dig into the trove of, well, what was he trying to do? What was he trying to be? No, I don't want to hear that. They just go with the masses. And that's why I said at the same time, you talking about people following people and shit like that, but you bitch ass niggas be doing the same thing. When you regurgitate somebody's motherfucking article and the benefit of your page and your views and likes, bitch, you a follower. If you up here and you post something just because they talk about it, you don't go into detail like you should be going into detail. Only thing you do is go into the detail that points to this person being guilty or this person being wrong or whatever. You a piece of shit, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? You might as well go over there and sit with them. You might as well go ahead and put a hood on right now. Talking about you talking about the truth. You ain't talking about the truth. You talking about trying to take somebody down. It's a difference, a distinct difference. And you want to exclusively take down men that have made people multimillionaires and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, that don't even make no sense. So who gonna hire all these people that these people work for once they gone? You know how much that's going to add into the poverty rate? So like say you got somebody right now that's about 24, 25 years old. They never had no history of problems or nothing with Puff, Jay-Z, or Kanye, right? Now you done fucked around and the last little bit of money that's left in this motherfucking wretched ass business. You understand what I'm saying? You now have knocked that person's opportunity out. Now, that person might be a 4-year graduate, 2-year graduate. You understand what I'm saying? I was that person at one time. I'm like, I can't believe I worked at a record company before I went to college. I didn't go to college till 10 years later. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't go from college and then got into the office building. I went straight to the office building through a program. You understand what I'm saying? So the shit worked out for me, but everybody don't start like that, or like my comrades that were along with me. Everything we've been in this shit literally since we was kids, dog. This music shit. That's why I know about the back of my hand like I do. So that's why when I sit there, and many of y'all don't know if this is your first time here with me, I'm not just some nobody that's sitting here talking about the music industry. I'm somebody that actually worked in the music industry. I'm very well known. My name's Davin Lewis. I was in the music industry for about 17 years. I worked under Bad Boy Entertainment. Some of y'all gonna feel a way about that. Some of y'all not. You understand what I'm saying? We never knew it would make things would conclude like this. You understand? Well, they haven't concluded, but we end up like this or whatever. And I play the purse of neutrality. I'm not gonna throw Puff up under the bus until I see something that sits there and the judge says, hey, this is what he's going to jail for. And even then, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow about it because I don't know what the specifics are. It might have got the nigga on a technicality or something. You know what I'm saying? One thing I will acknowledge, as most of y'all mothers acknowledge, I think it was terrible what he did to Cassie, but I talk about Cassie on here too. You understand? And I think I'm gonna regurgitate that a little bit tonight. But when I look at some of the people that vlog it, they're very irresponsible. The first thing they want to do is they want to point the finger at people that look just like them and don't even say or know the repercussions of money. They don't know the repercussions of the work structure or whatever. They don't even hire niggas. Nigga, that's a big complaint a lot of people got. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you ain't Avon, my nigga. You ain't Avon. I don't need no co-pilot, you hoe ass nigga. You sound like you looking for a boyfriend, you bitch ass nigga. Nigga came in and said, I'm Avon today. Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? These niggas be moist as a motherfucker, boy. I'm Avon today. Can you sit you string a bell? I'm gonna be Avon, girl. No, the fuck you ain't, nigga. Get the fuck out of my chat room. I don't fucking know you hoe ass motherfucker. See what I mean? The men always want to come in and joke. You could be trying to teach the people something. You always gonna get some slapstick tap dancing ass nigga to come in here. Hey, boom, 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 boom. Hello, mammy. On the motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? I wish you could take all the motherfuckers like that, put them on an island, and sterilize every last one of them bitches, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, for real. They need to sterilize every last one of them motherfuckers. Black, white, Latin alike. Eugenics for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? For real. You need to take dumb motherfuckers that think like that one and put them in a fucking island. You understand what I'm saying? I'm dead serious. And just let them wither out, you know? Don't even let two of them procreate. Just make everybody on that sterile as a motherfucker. Women included. We don't need no more motherfuckers. Do y'all realize these Generation Z demonic little motherfuckers that's putting tattoos on their faces and necks at 15 and 16 years old? Do you even have any idea what type of fucking kids they're going to give birth to in about the next 5 to 10 years? Did you ever think about that? Since everybody is so fuck happy, they want to have kids when they're 20 and 18 and 19 and shit. Did you ever think what type of fucking kids these little demonic motherfuckers are going to have? Huh? These niggas are changing their eye colors, bruh. They changing their eye colors. These motherfuckers got full tattoo. The bitches got full tattoos on their face. And some of these chicks are shaving off their eyebrows and replacing it with a fucking whistling. I seen a nigga with a Gucci print on the side of his face on both ends to stand as a beard. It's like the past up in Harlem. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with you? You niggas is crazy. The fuck? This new generation, Generation Z motherfuckers, imagine when they have some kids. Oh my fucking God. Y'all think I'm complaining and I'm joking. I'm dead serious. Wait till Generation Z in the next 5 to 10 years start having kids. It's going to really take it a cycle of about 15 years where you can start seeing visually where these little demonic motherfuckers is at. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, dog. Hell no. I would say it just like that, too. To the island with them. Read one full paragraph. Huh? What'd you say, nigga? What'd you say? To the island with him. You know what I'm saying? Come in. I need you to count out $100. What you mean? I ain't gonna be doing that. Can't no nigga force me to do that. To the island with him. We can have bubble gum driving the boat over there. You understand what I'm saying? We had a little bubble gum driving the boat over. I'm giving all she's got, Captain. You can't take anymore. Fuck that motherfucker. Anyway, long story short, I can't stand that motherfucker right there. Oh god, a little licorice stick. Kanye showed y'all two things and y'all ain't pick up on it. Y'all talking about all this double entendre shit that this nigga was doing. Y'all ain't pick up on one bit of what Kanye did. Kanye showed y'all two things. One, you can't say what you want to say on Elon Musk's X. That is apparent. You understand what I'm saying? Or they will remove your ass, or at the most give you a warning. Now, why do I point this out? Go online right now, go to X, and look at how many stories there are that are made up about Kanye West. How many people in those stories underneath in the comments will call Kanye a nigga, talk about his half nigga children, talk about how he's a white man and mullet. He only uses white women as his fucking his views or whatever the case may be. I'm talking about some real racist shit. How come ain't nobody on that shit? Huh? Go over to most of these social networks or whatever, even including in here. They ain't tried it in here before too. So I told niggas like for real, nah, niggas for real. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. I'm not coming by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming by myself. That's the part you can't you gonna have to figure out. So like these niggas like they'll say shit in your chat. Like I have, you know, when I was on here before y'all, we had people that would write N-I-G-G-E-R. I never had that happen until I started saying something about Anton, Levay, Attwood. And then all of a sudden that started happening. I started getting a whole bunch of racist people come over here. Then it brought me back to the paganism anarchist, who are a mixture of witches and da 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 da. Oh, A Chung's gonna try to pull it. Y'all watch A Chung in there. Hey, A Chung, you really want to wish your motherfucking account like that, boy? Huh? You can't be Asian calling somebody a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like that, like your last name is Chung. You can't be Asian calling nobody a nigga, bro. That's what I was talking about, the stupidity of that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they have y'all motherfuckers in concentration camps out of California? Because Chong is a Japanese last name, right? And the Japanese or the Chinese out there. Huh? They didn't even want y'all to build up Chinatown. They wanted y'all motherfuckers to starve. You know that? Isn't that crazy? They wanted Asian people to starve out of California. They would have rather for them to starve. They had them in concentration camps out of California, right in the middle of the desert. You understand what I'm saying? I can be Asian and a piece of shit. I don't know what I can be Asian and a piece of shit. I didn't call you a piece of shit. I said that it makes no sense for you. Like it's laughable. Like I give you an example. This is why it's always laughable for me for Asians to be racist. One, you'll have a litany of different K-pop artists. All of them like basically sit there and they mimic black artists. They even have black writers for some of their songs. Meanwhile, all of Korea loves them. All of Japan loves them. A lot of China loves them. You'll have Asian rap artists that are out here. Shut the fuck up. You'll have Asian rap artists out here that will sit around and they'll like front and act like they down, especially in the New York City area. But their extended families don't even fuck with niggas. You understand what I'm saying? But then you have the same Asian communities that for decades were ousted by the white community, were called names up until 1980s, maybe late 90s. And Asian families will tell you that, like real Asians will tell you. I got Asian friends. So they'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? I got Cambodian friends. I got Filipino friends, which are really not Asian, they're South Pacific Islanders. But they'll tell you the same thing because they lived amongst these people. And we have Korean people, especially a lot of them up in Fall River, Massachusetts. So always Koreans, I find that Koreans and Japanese are some of the coolest motherfucking Asian folks you'll ever meet in your life. I'm dead ass serious. But anyway, long story short, I'm just speaking about this person here in the chat room. We don't go around calling people out their names, my nigga. Like I be in Chinatown, you know what I'm saying? I'd have no problems. I'd be vibing over there. I don't have no problems with anybody except for Asian people to come out their mouth and have something specifically say to other people that are minority, but never have nothing to say about the decadence that whites have put them through. You understand what I'm saying? I find that real cowardly. That's why I said a lot of these motherfucking what's the names are cowards. A lot of these immigrants, they're cowards. You wasn't strong in your own country, but you want to come over here and dose your own part of like ignorance as far as racism is concerned. Like a lot of times you'll get, let me give you an example. A lot of times you'll get a lot of Latinos, right? and they'll come over and they racist in their own country. I told y'all about this like 4 years ago. They racist in their country or origin. Like Dominican Republic is heavy with this. We don't really have this problem in Cuba, but Dominican Republic is big with this. A couple other islands are big with this. They have black populations within their Latin population, right? So what'll happen is they'll have their own institutionalization. Like, for example, down in the Dominican Republic, they hung a nigga down there like 5 years ago, literally, and left his body sitting downtown in the middle of the joint or whatever. Now, if they tried that shit over here in America, and a lot of niggas mistake over here as hesitating as being like a punk or something. I'm like, no, I'm just holding back from what I could fucking do to you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it'd be a whole bunch of situations where I'd be like, yo, let me just get the hammer and just air everything out. And that'll just end the whole problem. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that legally. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you're left with choices. You're left with choices. But point is, you know what I'm saying? These people, they come from backgrounds, a lot of them, where they've never seen that, or they either make the black population there because of their, you know, their stature or whatever, and they have no idea when they get over here to America, there's black Americans that are in power positions. You know what I'm saying? Like in way more abundance than your people. You understand? If that was the case and your people did have power, then they would be fighting against Trump as they're deporting everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're literally going on rape. You would have power to fight that. You don't have no power to fight that without African Americans. And you blew that shot while the whole time, and this is my personal opinion, and I think most people in sanctuary cities, including New York and Chicago, will agree with this. You blew that chance when you had these same people that were coming over here new for the past 4 years, all of a sudden act like they were better than ever. They were acting like they were better than white people. They were better than black people. And the whole time you were living off free benefits, free hotel, free clothes. There used to be people that would walk around New York City, I'm dead serious, and act like they're better than niggas. I mean, we didn't ran into it a million times. And I'm like, how? You have no education. You can't speak the language. You have no representation in Congress. You are powerless than a motherfucker. You don't realize it. And what they'll do is they'll try to substitute their community. I know. Yo soy la cubano la mareno. They'll try to substitute that power, real power, with power in the community. That grassroots power in the community shit is some Hibaro shit. You understand what I'm saying? That shit hold up fucking in the compos. That shit don't hold up over here. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I don't like really dealing with Jibaros. Like when I deal with Latinos, I like dealing with Latinos that are American. I don't like dealing with, if you, and tú sabes, la gente latino, no más Jibaros a Jibaras. Like I don't like fucking with them niggas. Like them niggas is slow. You know, like it's like it's a waste of time even trying to have a conversation with them because they're not gonna understand nothing you say. And no matter what you say, they always gonna feel like they right. You understand what I'm saying? They always gonna feel like they're right. That's just the mind of Hibaro. So I don't like fucking with people like that. So when I hear people in here that are minorities and you try to attack another minority, I look at you as a bitch ass nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because you a motherfucker that's willing to bend over, douse your ass up with some Vaseline and say, what I gotta do next? Now get your whole ass up out of here, whole ass motherfucker. And you're trying to act like he racist and you Asian. How the fuck you racist and you Asian? That shit is stupid as fuck. Listen, if you part of any group in America or abroad, they gotta be like, we need to have such and such rights. Like if your token is, we need to have migrant rights. We're out here fighting for migrant rights. If you got to do that, you are a minority. You have no position whatsoever in an educated world having any type of protest against anybody that's brown, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You should, especially niggas that got more power than you. That's where you know you're dealing with people that deal with bravado versus, and like a lot of Latinos, niggas deal with bravado and they supersede bravado over reality. You understand what I'm saying? This is not the Campos. You understand what I'm saying? So they come with this mentality like, this is the Campos. I'm just going to live around my community or whatever. You never get to broaden yourself really. Your kids will eventually get to do it, but you don't. You understand what I'm saying? So you have these minimalized motherfuckers that like literally, and this is no shots at nobody, now put themselves in a position where they think they equate to white Americans and you don't. Only thing you really equate to is being good brown noses and smiling a lot and shit, looking like a fucking Todd. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they look at you. I grew up around these people. And I never had to kiss the ass of nobody white or more specifically Greek or Italian. I never done that shit, and my friends love me. You like people y'all seen me on camera here before a couple of times with my Italian friends, like literally. You understand what I'm saying? I talk the same way. I don't switch up my voice and be like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, for sure. I don't fucking talk like that. I've never talked like that. I'm not gonna start doing it now. My voice, you fuck you. I'll tell my Italian friends, fuck you. I tell my Greek friends, fuck you, and I tell them to their face, and they know that. Any arguments? All right, they know that. You know what I'm saying? I've never been that go along with shit just to fit in shit. I've lived in the fucking out here in Connecticut my whole entire fucking adult life. I don't have am out of my teens into my adult life. In the area I lived at, you understand what I'm saying? Like the area I lived at was predominantly fucking white. Like I literally walked across the street from my house and there was boats lined up down the whole, and not only did I'm just saying that the whole area knows the area I lived in, it was like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just white, it's white and opulent. You walk down a quarter, not even a quarter way down the street, there was $1.4 million homes all the way down to a larger beach that opened up, and there was more $1 million homes out there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is a fact. And they overlook the cove and the Atlantic Ocean, the beautiful homes. And so this is where I lived at. And even though I lived in a condo, I didn't live with these $1.4 million homes, but I lived in a condo on that strip in the part of the strip that count, if that makes sense, along with other people. So, you say, hey, I live down there. Oh, okay, yeah, you live down there. You definitely live down there. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short here, and I lived in 2 locations in this area. Let me put that in perspective. 2 locations. You know what I'm saying? Including one that had a beautiful fucking deck that I miss so much. Because I used to go on that deck and smoke my cigarettes, drink my coffee, and not have a worry in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? And like where I live at now, I could smoke inside, but I don't smoke inside because I'm trying to be considerate of my neighbors. But I'm trying to get to the point where I'm like, yo, fuck my neighbor. You ever get like that? Like you like, yo, fuck my neighbor. You understand what I'm saying? Because like you ain't showing the same motherfucking respect. Why should I? I might start smoking in my joint. I think I am. I don't feel like I should have to go through the extra emphasis. Like not like I got a bad neighbor, but it's just like I don't think I should have to go through the extra emphasis of going outside when it's cold and shit to smoke to please somebody else that could less likely give a fuck. Is that fair? Like I ain't with all that shit. I'm not here. I don't live my life to please other motherfuckers. I've never been that type of nigga. Ever. Especially to a bitch that don't belong to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I ain't fucking you, I don't give a fuck. I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking you. So why should I give a fuck? Why should I accommodate you? Why should I accommodate? Like we gotta start asking ourselves that question as men. Why should we accommodate ourselves to bitches we ain't fucking? I'm just saying. It's just a question. Anyway, long story short, this will move on. You know what I mean? You got to put this in perspective right here. Kanye West, and I said it once and I'll say it again, Kanye West put forth something. You understand? And I'm going to end the show off with this. He put forth and showed 2 points. The one point he showed was this. He showed that it was a potentiality, and I want to see if they would have let that website set up. You would have had so many motherfuckers buying that shirt, you would have been able to tell who's who. Because the pure simple fact, if you look at who was buying the shirts, you would say to yourself, okay, there was some people at that Super Bowl, or there was some people that seen this and they were displeased, or there was some black people or Latin people or white people. Y'all, a lot of people don't know they have Latino separatist groups. Did y'all know that? Yeah. Yeah. Like you have white Latino supremacists. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but they do. I'm talking about whole groups. Like whole groups. They ain't as strong as like the KKK groups, but they're out there. That's funny. They could build a hate group, but can't build a political party to represent them in Congress. Do you know it's that simple? If tomorrow they started deporting African Americans or whatever, they got representation from multiple mayors, governors, the national Black Caucus, which makes up 38, almost 40% of the Congressional Congress, where the National Latino Caucus makes up like almost 6%. You don't even have no voting power unless you reach out to somebody else. And then most of the delegates are from places that are heavily Latino populated, like Chicago. They have delegates from California, of course, Texas. You following what I'm saying? Like the dude that was rolling for president down in Texas, He was part of that National Latino Caucus, but there's very few of them. They make up 6% of the House. That means you have no fucking power. And like the average Latino, they'll be like, oh, nigga, this is reality. That's like no, that's like no, that like you might as well he like that if somebody give you a judgment in court. You understand what I'm saying? You are ordered to pay $100,000. You're like, no, bitch. You are ordered to pay $100,000. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is funny? And like that's a delusional state that there's a motherfucker that is a narcissist and think they're better. You know what I'm saying? They take this placement of I'm better than everybody. That's how they do. And so that's why I try to tell you a lot of people out here, they look at the bottom end of shit. They don't look, they look at the surface of shit. They don't look in depth in the shit. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what y'all got to start doing. So what is this Kanye thing where he exposing to y'all, he's showing to y'all, yo, if that shirt would have sold, it would have been confirmation that there's white supremacists out here that watch Kanye West, or at least support the ideals and that disgusting nature. And we're not bombing on Jewish people. I used to date a Jewish girl. I've said this before. You understand what I'm saying? She was from Afula, Israel. You know what I mean? Lived with me for a minute. It was a wonderful woman. Taught me how to write my name in what's the name? Hebrew, which I didn't even I knew it, but my name derives from David. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm like the second next to Jesus that was named. That's crazy, right? But my name comes from that, but my name is Italian, really. You can look it up. Italian and in some parts, Scottish of the Scots. My last name is Scottish too, believe it or not, Lewis. Lewiss. Go look it up, you'll see. Who said this? The Scots wanted slave owners. Who said this? Bring me young bubblegum. Make him speak and dance. I'm giving it all to Scott Captain. She can't take anymore. Anyway, yeah, go look it up. My last name is Scottish, man. My first name is Italian. It means two rivers. I don't even have to look it up. I know what it is. Go look it up. It can also be British. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the spelling. But there's Louis, which is the latest spelling. But the original spelling, Lewis, has another acronym that actually comes from and derived from, and it's Scottish. About the luck of the Scottish. The Scottish, I don't know. I think that's fucking hilarious. Anyway, long story short, let me move on. Kanye tried to show you two things. He was trying to show you, okay, Kendrick Lamar's performing, but let's see how many people really got the heart, because I think he had win knowing Jay. Jay was his man. Jay's in charge of the show. You don't think Kanye and Jay talk no more? He probably knew what the stage setup was weeks before that. Motherfuckers didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? So what I think he did was, whether he shared the call with Jay, he had some privy to what was going to go on, the demonstration as far as how it looked visually. You understand what I'm saying? And it's quite a stretch, but I would say it's a probability he knew what was going on. You understand what I'm saying? Now, he's not beefing with Kenny. I hate when I call him Kenny. He ain't beefing with Kenny. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense to me. Let's see how many people actually buy this shirt. Not that I hate people. Not that I want to show up Bianca. That's stupid as shit right there. That's not the way you say goodbye in a divorce. Okay, this chick said what she said to me. So, you know what? I'm going to say I hate this group of people, and I'm going to give her $5 million, and I'll make everything go away. Even though I'm worth 2.7 bill. Y'all motherfuckers is stupid as shit. That's why I said, when y'all go over there and listen to that little airhead, what's it? If your name is Sean Diddy Combs, you know, Black Harley Quinn over there. Oh, jokey. That bitch talks like Harley Quinn. Y'all ain't never peeped that shit? I think she does that shit on purpose. She sounds like a 60-year-old. No, not even 60. She sounds like a 15-year-old girl that like talks under a nose. She talks with a nose. You ain't never noticed that? Like she was a kid. Hey, where you guys going? Yeah, come ride your bike. Yeah, I like gum and bubble gum. Yeah, she was that motherfucker. Hey, you guys going to the mall? Can I go to the mall? Oh, Kirky Morano ass motherfucker. What's up, Roxy? What's happening? I think that's why Kanye did that shit. He wanted to see if This pro-black nigga is getting ready to do his performance. Jay-Z is my man. Jay-Z is in charge of this. I'd probably reached out to Jay-Z priorly and seen what was going on and how it was going to be, you know what I'm saying, demonstrated and represented just out of curiosity, you know what I'm saying? And so I did that. You know what I'm saying? Wayne probably knew. You understand what I'm saying? He probably knew privy to it. Jay is man. They got a song together. You talking about several songs together, I think. So of course a lot of people were privy. Everybody thought this was so quiet under wraps. Nobody could have known what Kendrick Lamar was going to do. Yes, the fuck they did. Both of his mans is Jay-Z. Wayne's mans is Jay-Z. Kanye's man is Jay-Z too. You think Dame Dash don't talk to Jay no more? You really think Kanye don't talk to Jay no more either? Oh, you guys are fucking dumb as you dumber than I thought you were. You sillier than I thought you were. No. Friendships like those don't end. They go stagnant. They get rough sometimes, but they never end. You call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. You like, yo, my house is on fire. I need something. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is coming over. See what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, and that behalf right there, yeah, they still friends. I've even heard Dane Reese as recently say the same thing. He's like, yeah, I still talk to Jay every now and then. I don't mean you got to be involved. Money, niggas care about each other. People know each other's kids. Was there at certain moments that was special to them, shit like that. Of course, he still talk to them. They don't, and they just get distressed. Yeah, exactly. There's you ever seen the movie? What's the name of that movie? With Aaliyah, Queen of the Dam. Lestat says, Marius says to Lestat says to Marius, he says, "You left me. You taught me my best lesson. You left me alone in the world." And he said, "Oh, I made you. Always knew where you were." And then he says to him, he says, "Well, I hope you're not coming here to settle any type of old beefs or whatever. And he said, "Vampires don't settle scores. We just harbor them. You just harbor them. Yeah, you just harbor them. That's what men do. You harbor them. I got motherfuckers I can't stand sometimes or whatever. You fuck with any of them, it's going to be a whole shitload of us coming at them. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go from niggas I worked with at Bad Boy. Let's go for motherfuckers I know for like several different crews I'm attached to. You know what I'm saying? Like people be thinking I just got like one set of crew of people I'm attached. No, I'm attached to like several different crews. That's why I thought the shit I be talking sometimes. I'll be like, you do not want trust me on this. You look like one of them dealing with you is gonna be a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna understand nothing that's going on. That's the most fucked up part about it. The niggas is very coordinated. Very coordinated. Only thing you go hear is, and tú tienes la machete, no? That's the only thing you go hear. I'm trying to tell you, listen, keep your fingers and shit. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't. But I just know what some niggas get into. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. I know what some niggas get into. And some niggas, they'll ride for me strong because they love me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's probably not a good idea, you know what I'm saying, to be, yeah, you tranquilo, you know? Like, anyway, long story moving forward, because I don't like to talk about shit like that. I don't need to talk about shit like that. If I need it, Kanye's second point that I have to talk about is the fact that a lot of people are saying about the thing about his Shopify. Listen to me very well. Kanye got that store closed down, but I don't think a lot of y'all know what Shopify actually is, do you? Let me share this real quick, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna tell you how to present it sometimes. He doesn't know how to present it. I also know something else is going on that none of y'all paying attention to, but that's don't worry about that. That's nothing. Anyway, anyway, long story short, I could be an evil motherfucker sometimes, I swear to God. Oh God, I could be an evil motherfucker when I want to be, and I could be a nice person when I want to be, you know. Anyway, long story short here, the second point that I think you should pick up here about the Kanye thing is this. You have the sales, and then you have the Shopify thing, right? And people say, well, he ruined his store. Old Lisa Smells over there. It's over for him. He's losing all kinds of money, and everybody's going to fold on him because his publicist left, and now he's broke. You know, these are the stories these fucking wannabe bitches sell y'all every day here on YouTube, you know? If you dig down the depths of it, all of them are wannabes. That's what we used to call them wannabes. They don't have nothing. Listen, they don't have nothing of their own. that they have to offer. That's the most important part. Listen to what I said. They have nothing of their own to offer. So, example, if Lisa Smells did a whole podcast, I'm gonna challenge you. See, I did a podcast that's talking about me. I didn't mention no rappers. I didn't mention no nothing. That shit got over 235,000 views. You can go check it right now on my page. If Lisa Smells did a video, she was just talking about herself and her life, nobody would give a shit. I'm even willing to go farther and say if most of these podcasters did a video and they were just talking about their life and they were talking about their uninteresting life and their uninteresting motherfucking existence up until now in comparison to other people, you understand what I'm saying? Then nobody would give a shit. And that's the real difference. These motherfuckers, they make a grind off of talking about everybody else and they willing to sacrifice their own. This is what we know. You understand what I'm saying? During Black History Month, we're trying to smash Kanye, Jay-Z, and motherfucking Diddy. Niggas didn't even have no chill in motherfucking Black History Month. But once again, here almost on the 14th of the month, how many niggas do you know that motherfucking have a Black History post up? Go ahead, let me know. Not one screaming on Kanye. I know Lisa Smells don't. She claims she's so black. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm biggity, biggity, biggity black, y'all. I know I look real light skinned. I got straight hair, and I look like I'm biracial, and I talk like a hell value white girl. Like, oh my God, but I'm black, guys. Yeah. I'm like, I live in Connecticut. Bitches out here don't even talk like that. I live around rich bitches. Like, where I live at, and I'm not trying to be funny. It's nothing to see a Lambo out here. It's nothing to see a Maserati out here. It's nothing to see any of that shit day to day out in this area. I'm trying to tell you, it's not a surprise. You see somebody in a Bentley, you're like, oh, well, there's a Bentley. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not a abnormal thing here in this area. So when I hear bitches that obviously don't come from areas like that, and they sit there and they try to perpetrate like they something more in the culture than what they actually are, I have a problem with that. Like, but you exclusively go out to black men, and every now and then you go out to the royal family. And she started doing it more with the same specific people after I pointed out her post. And I took out through her post and I said, look, this bitch talking about the same people. Kanye, Jay-Z, Diddy. Kanye, Jay-Z, Diddy. Now, I kicked off Black History Month, and I went to where Malcolm X was shot and killed at, did a whole tour, had a tour guide this time. And I thought the people would embrace that. They didn't. They didn't. You guys make sure you hit that like button. I was just making sure if anybody hit the cash up, I wanted to thank them or whatever. They only donate to, you know, certain people on here. You gotta just get used to that. You know, it's a real monopoly on the donation shit on here. We only donate to black sisters. Yeah, I go. Ain't nothing. And the men, they ain't gonna donate to you, so don't worry about it. Anyway, long story short. No, I be laughing. I be laughing sometimes. No, I ain't holding a grudge. It's just the point. I just be laughing sometimes because you could be telling these niggas the direct real, right? And instead they will take, like, say I lost 10 people and I was just talking about donations. They want everything for free from you, but they want to go over and donate to sucker niggas. Like, anybody that's going over there to donate to that shit that this is full of regurgitated Google articles, you's a dumb motherfucker. Everything that if you go back and watch this podcast, and I entice all you too, because I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna get my little opinion about Kanye and the divorce shit, and then it's over. Because I don't say it for 2 hours for nothing, nigga. Like, time is money, nigga. I could be writing a song. I could be doing a whole bunch of shit. For real. I'm sitting there with these sucker ass niggas. Most of these niggas that are on YouTube, that are subscribers, they suckers. Like, they try to either come up or they either trying to copy your information. Like, it's gonna be at least 1 or 2 niggas tonight on their podcast. Particularly, I'm gonna go to their podcast and watch too. They're gonna try to regurgitate the words that I said on my podcast and try to act like it's their own and then collect cash apps off of what I said originally. It's gonna be motherfuckers go to other people's podcast because they like certain personalities here in this black supremacist T area that's fake as fuck. I'm trying my best to get out of this shit, man, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because even the headlines lead back, if you're like this complexion, it always lead back to that T sector. I like, maybe we just need to eliminate that shit, period, off of YouTube and it'd be a better place. But these motherfuckers in these YouTube spaces that have these like these little T areas and shit, man, listen, Them motherfuckers is making money. You get on here and lie about Kanye West. You get on here and lie. Like I pointed out how this bitch, Lisa Smells, lied 2 times. First, she said the house was 20 minutes away in the NBC thing. Then she turned around and said the shit was 40 minutes away. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bitch, make up your mind. Well, me and then she sits up there and tries to point people to Tony Busby's office. I'm like, well, bitch, you getting a kickback for that, or you just doing that to be doing it? You understand what I'm saying? Because I have a problem. If you had a problem with the private investigators going to see those two particular individuals or whatever, then you should have a problem with a bitch that's a motherfucking YouTuber who's basically telling the world, hey, I work alongside this lawyer and I help pitch shit for him. That's what it sounded like to me. And it ain't just him, the nigga in England. It seemed like he do that. He be pitching that people go over there and talk to Busby. And I ain't got no problem with Tony Busby as a lawyer. Do what you do. I don't spread no rumors about you. I don't shit on you or whatever. You an attorney as far as I'm concerned. But the point of the matter is, you can't chastise people for private investigators going to see motherfuckers when we actively and we knowingly know that some of these people are either attempting to attach themselves to you that are vloggers, or either they're contacting you with information to pass on and try to make it look like certain particular people are wrong and shit. I think that shit is trash. I think it should be held on the same elk. If you can't have a private investigator, motherfucker, go do this, and don't cry and complain about that when you're out here and you're motherfucking like helping out fucking lawyers and you're a vlogger. That shit, like it's a crazy world those folks live in, man. That's what I be trying to tell you. That's why I say the shit. I say it raw. You know what I mean? I don't have no motherfucking content for like, and I'm being honest with you. In the world that I see right now with these niggas online, like, son, I don't really be like, I don't know, how can you say it? I don't really be intensified to like take up for motherfuckers no more. Like, it's a waste of time now at this point. I think it's like you just at this point it's like the best survivor win. You know what I'm saying? I need to go get me something to eat. I'm looking tired in this motherfucker. Yeah, I'm about to get off of here with y'all. And this light is killing my eye. Yeah, that's better. Whoo, that light was killing my eye, son. I think that's what it was. That shit was starting to give me a headache. I be having to put my light to a certain way. I told niggas, I was like, yo, I'm trying to get a new ring light because my joint broke off. It was just the weight. My phone is real heavy. I got the S24, so this shit is heavy as fuck. If y'all got that phone, you know what I'm talking about. And it bent the light off. I told nigga, I said, yo, donate $20, man, so I can get a new joint. Niggas wouldn't even do that. But they over there, they'll go over there and get Lisa Spell. Great job, great journalism. What's great? No, you mean great journalism to the Associated Press. You mean great journalism to Law and Crime. You mean great journalism to Fox News. You mean great journalism to the Hollywood Reporter. You mean great journalism to Daily Mail. You mean that's what you mean great journalism from, because that's where the bitch is getting the stories from. Ain't one original thing came out her motherfucking mouth. Now, one thing, she broke off some shit from a lawyer who I know the lawyer is, pretended and projected it into an audience and acted like it was hers. And the only thing people like that will say to you, because she has no morals, people like that, the only thing they'll say to you is, so? They don't care. They don't care. So that's why I don't care when I'm on here. I don't give a fuck. Why should I care and show so much motherfucking, like, I don't like a motherfucker to sit around and say, you got to have respect for me, but I ain't got to have no respect for you. How does that make sense? Yeah, you never noticed there's people like that? Like, they'll be like, I ain't got to show you no respect, but you got to respect me. Nigga, fuck you. I'll get the fuck away from you from that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the majority and the bulk of the urban crowd here on YouTube, and that's why it's hard to talk to them. I don't even try to talk to that crowd. It's like, whoever listen to me, listen to me. The smart niggas in the crowd listen to me. The dumb niggas don't. Like I said again, there's a reason behind everything. There's a lot of things y'all don't see going on, and I don't want you to see it. You understand what I'm saying? Then there's some other things that you'll find out on your fucking own. I would say this. As far as Kanye's divorce, we'll have to take and see. I ain't hear no official word from Kanye. I didn't even know that this nigga was married to this bitch. And so until I hear something from Kanye, I ain't saying shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's my position on that. You know what I'm saying? That's my position on that. Simple as that. You know? You know what I mean? I want to hear Kanye say it. You know what I'm saying? When Kanye say it and Kanye so or there's undeniable proof right now was just an article put forth by the Daily Mail. And other motherfuckers are going to regurgitate the shit from the Daily Mail. I'm like, I'm not doing that. For fucking what? Kanye ain't say it. How the fuck they know? How dedicated you got to be to prowling in somebody else's life on a daily basis that you know when somebody's getting, you know how sick that is and how voyeuristic that is. Like most of these vloggers are voyeurs at this point. They'll watch somebody sit there and watch somebody have get at it if they needed to. You know what I'm saying? If it'll make the story, they'll sit there and watch two people get at it. You know, if you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're voyeurs. Most of these bloggers are voyeurs. Listen, if you that interested in getting to somebody's life every 5 minutes, if you following what this person is doing every 5 minutes, you're a voyeur. At the very least, a stalking journalist. It's creepy. You understand what I'm saying? Because now they implement this into their regular life. So, like, if you see how these people handle their little stories and their sessions where they're going to follow people and shit like that, just make sure and know if you become friends with these people in real life, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to sit there and they're going to follow you. They probably doing a dossier on your ass as you sitting there talking to them and telling them everything. Oh, is that so? Is that it? Oh, so you sleeping with somebody else now, but you're still married. Is that so? And they'll use that shit later on, go on their podcast, tell their friends. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. This is like it's a real fuckwad situation when you're dealing with the African American culture nowadays. And Latinos too. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ready to do anything to you, but don't want to do nothing to white supremacy. That's why I laugh at niggas when they say shit like that in my chat room or say shit like that in general. I be like, nigga, you ready to beef with me, but you won't go beef with the Klan? You won't go beef with them white separatists that was just down there in Cincinnati. What was your motherfucking ass at this weekend, Braveheart? You understand what I'm saying? Why'd you take your big ass down there, your big brave ass down there to Ohio, where the niggas could have used one more motherfucking gun, huh? Suck ass niggas. These niggas be suckers, dog. Trust me. Niggas be sitting up there, not saying niggas won't do nothing. I'm just talking about most black dudes that sit up there and it's always talk about, you'll always hear them, and Latin dudes. They always talk about getting another Latin man, another Latin, or another black man. But they never talk about getting at white supremacists. They never talk about, even when you tell them, yo, y'all niggas being duped or whatever, they'll still take the opinion of who they call the oppressor over yours. You understand what I'm saying? I told y'all once, and I'll tell y'all again. What I think Kanye was doing, I think Kanye was testing the waters. Here's this nigga he's performing. He knows the setup of what it's probably going to be like because Jay-Z, the nigga that motherfucker was in charge of having Kendrick's show, already told him what the foray was. He probably might have been there doing practice when they were doing practice runs for it. You understand what I'm saying? So he knew what was going on. So I think what he did was he said, I know these white folks ain't going to like this shit. And they didn't. They made subsequent multiple videos. There's thousands of videos showing white folks distaste in that motherfucking performance. I don't give a fuck what you say. They've never said this about Rihanna. They didn't even say this about 50 Cent and them. They didn't say this about any of them. Remember that year with 50, Snoop, and all that? The whole fucking crowd went wild. The crowd was quiet as fuck. And the only thing everybody was into was this symbolism shit. And I said, well, this is a white ran fucking NFL. Ain't that the same NFL that niggas who say they underpaid over there? People getting hurt and they don't get no money and they're getting retired out. Ain't that the same NFL? Now y'all niggas is pretty good job, NFL. We appreciate the black representation. It was so beautiful. You symbolic whores. You symbolic motherfuckers. That's all y'all worry about, symbolicy. What fucking change came out of Kendrick Lamar being up there? They ain't like us. They ain't like us. They ain't like her. What fucking change came out of that? Nothing. You think white people respect you more now? We showed them. No, they're showing their distaste by being up, making all these motherfucking videos. I'm talking about it's in the thousands. The day after the motherfucker, what's the name? It was like in a high hundreds. That's in the thousands. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers breaking down the video. One motherfucker broke it down, said, yo, this sound like he still wanted to be on the plantation. I said, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just explaining things in different ways. Esoteric, some of them was just cynical, some of them was in satire, you know, whatever. But the point remains is this. Even though the folk might have liked it, there's a whole bunch of black people and Latin people that didn't like that performance either. And what I see now is you got this pressure cooker of motherfuckers that's trying to force you. Know I talked about this before? You got this pressure cooker of motherfuckers that they'll really think like they're basically communists and Marxists. And so they'll go online and they use that to execute this shit. They'll go online and they'll tell you, oh, you ain't agree with us? We're going to get you now. We're going to harass you until you agree with us. It's the same thing they do with me. They did it with me with the donation thing. They go from podcast to podcast telling people, this is what black people did to me. They'll go to podcast and tell people, don't donate to me, don't support me. I'll be begging for cash. That's the one they use with everybody. Everybody's begging for cash apps except for them. Nobody's worthy of cash apps except for their favorite blog. Okay, well, whatever. You keep shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't needed black people to help me out up to this point, so they ain't gonna help me out no more. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But just remember, when I get back, don't ask me for shit. I don't give a fuck if your kids are starving. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Don't ask me for no help. Matter of fact, I'll laugh at your suffrage, just like you laughed at mine. Fair? All right, cool. I mean that shit. Don't ask me for shit. For real. I'm on my Scrooge McBuck shit, for real. Because I'm going to come back up. It don't even matter with that. I'm on my way back up now. But I just had to make that clear. Since you don't fuck with me and can't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking with y'all either. You understand what I'm saying? So we just be these individualistic, motherfucker, individualist capitalists all on our own. And I just make sure I got security with me. Security, I don't feel comfortable. Please pop that motherfucker. Thank you. You understand what I'm saying? Oh shit, them doggies trying to attack me again. Because trust me, they gonna come after me. Trust me on that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to hire me somebody good. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't be taking down everybody. But yeah, that's the point I got in 2025. There is no culture. Niggas ain't together unless it's a symbolic shit. That's the only time they come together. These niggas been funding Umar Johnson for the past 10, 15 years. This nigga talking about you go build them a school. School ain't up yet. You know what I'm saying? These niggas been funding Tariq Nasheed for years now, going on a decade plus. This nigga ain't did nothing but open up fucking a museum and doing documentaries. They fund any type of nigga shit there is. You got O'Shea Duke Jackson over there. He be like, the black dollar. You got to do your motherfucking brown nosing over there on a daily basis to keep them bitches from donating to you, coach. It's all right, man. I like O'Shea Duke Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He cool. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be another one of those over there, part of that black, I don't know what it is, black Marxist Communist Party. You know, kind of like what I was just telling you earlier. There's motherfuckers out here making videos trying to check niggas because they don't like what Kendrick had to offer the other night, or say it was slow, it was bland. You literally got groups of people going from page to page attacking people because you don't agree with them. But these same groups won't go over and say what they don't like about Trump. These same groups won't go over there and say what they don't like about Tucker Carlson. You get what I'm saying? These is cowards. And that's when they start attacking their own, because they scared to attack any fucking body else, punk motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? I'm calling it like it is. So if you ain't gonna go out here and attack in groups, Congress people that got actual influence, could change your reality and change the reality of your people, and instead you degraded, especially during Black History Month, to attacking other black people, you are the coonest of the coons, nigga. Like motherfuckers stepping fucking fetching. You understand what I'm saying? How good can you tap dance, boy? How good can you tap dance there, Jasper? Because any motherfucker that, in my opinion, that sit up on a day-to-day basis and exclusively take that as own, especially during Black History Month, but ain't got one motherfucking Black History Month post. Have you not noticed that we in the 14th of the month? I can name you 10 vloggers right now that have had day-to-day posts about taking down black people, and these motherfuckers are donating to them and giving thousands of dollars to them, but yet and still they ain't got one pro-black motherfucking Black History Month post whatsoever. Not one. I did my diligence. I went over there when Malcolm got killed. I was gonna do another one for y'all niggas, but I was like, yo, fuck them niggas. Like, I'm being dead serious. I was like, yo, fuck them niggas. Like, I really ain't feeling this YouTube shit no more. Like, I feel it in the aspect of, God, get over here, get my message in, because there's some real niggas over here, and I come here to basically, you know what I'm saying, have them listen to me. But other than that, I don't really care about no YouTube no more. I see how it's being used this as a manipulation tool and in a Marxist and communist institution for a certain group of Black Americans, considerably, in my opinion, those ADOS and motherfucking, what's the other one's called? The ADOS motherfuckers and the FBA niggas. I think them niggas both are the new Black Lives Matter, but in a sense of they're the new communists and socialists. You understand? And Marxists of YouTube. Like, literally, Capitalism has turned these motherfuckers into communists and I don't even know if it was that because that doesn't even sound right, but it's something influenced these motherfuckers. And I think it was some of these individuals, and I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. You know what I mean? But I know these ain't people I can count on in the future. And you have to look at it as that. If you are 40, let me tell you that's the best information I can ever give you. If you are over 40 years old, stop running around talking about us, the people, them, us. No, what did they say? We, us. You know how we don't ever speak to me talking about some us shit. Don't ever say, let me tell you a surefire way to get blocked on this motherfucker. Don't ever come in my comment section talking about some us shit and you ain't never donated a dime to me. I'll tell you that right fucking now. If you ain't never donated a dime to me, don't call me brother. And definitely don't say no we us shit. Because nigga, you mean you. For real. Know what I'm saying? I have white folks come in here and donate to me. And I appreciate them. Not niggas. Niggas don't donate to a nigga like me. Niggas donate to nigga shit. That's what's popular nowadays. Nigga shit. You ain't know that? That's why you see all the thoughts. And this is why Suki Hana and Lotto and what's the other bitches' name? All them old nasty bitches. You know what I'm saying? All them nasty bitches. They can rise to the top. You understand what I'm saying? And you notice decent black women is graduating from Columbia and Yale and all these institutions. They don't say a goddamn thing about it. And in fact, they embrace them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Come here, sister. That beautiful black queen, y'all don't pay attention to that? To whores, harlots, skeezers. So nah, I don't take the black culture that serious no more. You shouldn't either. If you a smart, intelligent black man, don't take them motherfuckers serious. Them niggas is a clown show now. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime you get a group of individuals to sit up and be like, I was so proud of that, and they ain't digging deep into what's going on. The bulk of the white culture just told you to your fucking face, stupid. They don't fucking fuck with you when it comes to shit like that. Not because they love Rihanna. They love Dre and Snoop. We don't want to hear that shit. The hisical, whizzical, mysical, me and my book bag, and the mysical, tizical. The double entendres, you got to unpack, and then pack them back up, and then unpack them again. You understand? Mama susu ka. The fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't trying to do that shit. That's why I told you that nigga, they put a, listen, the other night, I don't give a fuck. Nobody say you get mad at me if you want to. The other night when they had Kendrick perform, they were burying that single. That's what Jay-Z was fetched to do. Bury Jay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have said that shit. Anyway, they buried the single. And I've literally told y'all this for 3 days and y'all still don't believe me. Like, no, they said, listen, they wouldn't. Listen, this is how deep the motherfucking slavery go with these niggas, right? The slavery mindset. They said, reports are coming in that Kendrick's performance was the biggest ever viewed. Yay, we're proud. Symbolism. Hold up, you mean ain't no laws change? Oh shit. Well, fuck Kendrick. You know, that's where it's gonna go to. Trust me. So I'm trying to tell you, just let it settle in. You know, it's just like a bowl of Jello. You understand what I'm saying? You can't eat it at first. You gotta let it, settle in and, gel up, and then you cut you a piece. What did this one say? Okay, yeah. You try to write something in here. I don't know what you try to write in here, but you ain't coming back here. I don't know no motherfucker named Bruce Henry anyway. But anyway, that's what's going on. So that was a funeral for that single. Now, you don't have to believe me. I don't care if you do believe me, you don't believe me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if you, going by what Huggy say explicitly. You understand what I'm saying? There's people I talk to that wouldn't talk to Huggy. And she know that, and I know that. Ain't that right, Huggy? There's a lot of people in the music business that wouldn't talk to you right now. You know that. You know what I'm saying? And that's respectful. You understand? But you know that. It's a lot of niggas that wouldn't talk to you right now, Huggy. I'm saying your name like that so I don't try to, think I'm throwing you up under the mud or something. But, you know what I mean? You know there's a lot of niggas that don't want to talk to you. You know there's a lot of niggas that don't want to be up under you. You know that. You know what I'm saying? And you know you're a target. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Not literally speaking like niggas gonna do something to you. But like, you know what I'm saying, in the sense that, you a target now. You made yourself a target. Ain't nobody make you a target. You made yourself a target. So, and I say that respectfully to her because it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. So she know a lot of people in the music industry don't fuck with. So why would you not understand what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Come on, Ma. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They did damn near similar thing to you. Huh? Tell everybody how you got out your deal. How you don't understand what I'm talking about? Huggy Pampers. Listen here, Mom. How the fuck you don't understand what I'm talking about? What up? How you don't understand what I'm talking about, right, Huggy? And you say, how did your deal end with Universal? If you go back and look at that just alone right there, you'll understand exactly the position of what I'm saying. They use that Kendrick Lamar spectacular. They use that shit to bury that single. He's stupid. But Huggy got to understand that because I heard her over there talking, right? And Huggy was over there and she was like, yeah. And you know, it's just the greatest performance. You know, that word she been using for the past 10 years, trying to, she get her, that bitch getting her Diana Ross role. Bitch, I live over here by Diana Ross. I be trying to tell you that. You think I'm joking. I live over here by Diana Ross. Oh, my mama. I swear to God. Diana Ross live here in Connecticut, in my area. So, like, I'm trying to tell you, she come up with that. Yeah, wasn't it? It's going to be amazing. That bitch get that Diane Carroll going. Shit, I'm almost too young to know who Diane Carroll was. Y'all go look up Diane Carroll. That's who motherfucking Huggy be imitating. She get that motherfucking Diane Carroll from Dynasty in her. That's a Blanche Daba. I forgot what her fucking name was. And this fucking show, my mom used to watch that shit. It was called Dynasty. And they used to have this black woman on there. She was played by a beautiful actress named Diane Carroll. That was the last batch of women like that. We ain't seen no women like that in a long, long time. The only thing that come close to women like that will probably be Angela Bassett. It's an elk of these women. See, these women, they ain't like this common street trash they got out here now. The women we came up under and watched our parents watch and shit like that. You know, like the Diane Carrolls. That's a lady. I'll even throw in there, Pam Grier. These women talked in a certain audible octave and presented themselves in a certain way. It was nothing but the personification of the class of that being less spoken about them. It'll never be any that in my presence. It'll never be any more spoken about. That's the same thing I was trying to give y'all and so on too. And once again, I ain't gonna say the sister's name, but shout out to the sister down there that took me through the tour and I say that electively, voluntarily, wholeheartedly, and sincerely. That sister was down there treating me with the utmost of motherfucking respect when I was down there. Cause I feel like, even though I'm half Latino, nigga, if you can't tell, I grew up around a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, not grew up, but I've been around a lot of niggas. So it's like for me, it's like when I hear niggas sit there and don't have any type of motherfucking composition of what I'm talking about when it comes to the ladies versus the thotties. If you listen to that woman when I was doing my tour of where Malcolm X was shot and killed, that woman was giving so much detail to me and let me know so many things or whatever. She didn't have to do that. She did that for me. You understand what I'm saying? She did that as a favor for me. I didn't know she was there. And she did that for a favor for me. You understand what I'm saying? So we had a guide. So it wasn't just my words. And I looked and I said, damn, this got more views than last time I did it, right? But this is my point. This is my point. Ain't Nate one of these motherfuckers this month? Oh, your favorite vloggers did one Black History post, but all of them done posts to take down or in order to take down or in promotion of taking down Black men. You understand what I'm saying? These women that I just mentioned, they don't do shit like that. You don't see motherfucker. You never saw a motherfucker Diana Ross out here doing no shit like that. Even when she was dating a Jewish man, she wasn't out here talking about fuck niggas. You understand what I'm saying? You never saw any of these women of elk, these beautiful women. Motherfucking Angela Bassett with her fine fucking ass and motherfucker. I swear to God, like her, she's been married to Courtney B. Vance for the longest time. You understand what I'm saying? Any motherfucker that talk about their marriage or whatever, they should be brought to the guillotine. You understand what I'm saying? They thrive on misery on these apps. They love to see people down. They love to see people depressed. And I hate to say it, it's going to be up to the point when someone commits an act from this app, whether it be from somebody picking on them, they decide to take their, you know what I'm saying, take matters into their own hand or take their own, if you follow that. I think that's what it's going to be, man. I think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be that before it be any change. Like, let me give you an example. You can't say what you want to say in China on the internet. What's going on, Gillett? You can't say what you want to online in Egypt. You can't say what you want to online and anything and everything and give your soul innermost feelings in Saudi Arabia, many other countries throughout the world. And these other countries, I've spoken about this before, many of them cut the internet. Oh, China cut the internet one time. I think it was like 2, 3 years. Egypt, they cut the internet for like a year. That's what needs to happen here in America. The key to saving America right now is cutting the internet for like a year, or only giving exclusive usage of the internet, or limiting the amount to the internet. Having a bill that says, listen, we don't no longer want kids under 18 on the internet. Treat it like alcohol. You got to be you got to be 18 before you can get online. This way people keep their social skills. You're cheat like literally. We don't understand it, but we're basically teaching a whole fucking army of the next generation of robots in our local public schools. My aunt was my third grade English teacher. You understand what I'm saying? She's still alive to this day. And my aunt being as my teacher, and later on she was a substitute teacher, and many people knew her. You understand what I'm saying? And know her. And she's not the only teacher we had in our family. We got 3 other ones. You understand what I'm saying? From an older elk of women. This is why I understand that octave of voice that I was talking about with Diane Carroll, even though I was just joking, Huggy, with Diane Carroll and many of these women are that type of elk, or Angela Bassett, how she speaks so eloquently. That's how the women in my family to this day still speak. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I'm so hard on a bitch. Me, now, on the other hand, I'm like my grandfather in that. We just don't give a shit. I got 2 or 3 other cousins. We just like that too. We just like my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was a motherfucking military man, but he was a street nigga before he was. And that's just what it is. His brothers were too. And they got all kinds of shit. And it's he's still moving. Give me another clip. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit they used to get into down there. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I have to ask some more questions. I was like, well, what the fuck, granddaddy? Even my grandfather came back home, and I was already like, it was probably 10, 15 years he had been back. I was a little kid, but I knew listen, I can tell my business. Fuck it. My grandfather used to go over to this man's house. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to embarrass him and his family. But this man ran basically a little juice spot, like a whorehouse. You know what I'm saying? Basically. And you could go up there and get you a shot of liquor. You know what I'm saying? You can get some Vajay. You can get a Hummer. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you needed. At this one old army buddy's house of his. This is how he survived. He sold bootleg liquor. You know what I'm saying? Not bootleg liquor, but he sold shots of liquor. He just ran a little spot. You know what I'm saying? When that man died, I remember that. I ain't gonna say his name. When that man died, and I swear to God to you, this is the truth. This nigga got a reef from the strip club. And it was his family at the funeral. And then you saw all these wayward ass skeezers to the side. And people, like, because we knew this man. And I remember my aunts and my uncle, like, who this bitch over here? you know how some black women talk. It was like, who this bitch over here? Who that bitch? These bitches left him on reef. They was bucking. But the strip club, oh my mama, the strip club left my granddaddy's friend a reef when he passed away. I remember this to this day I died, went to his funeral. I will have no reason to lie to you. They left this motherfucker a reef. You know, like a sitting reef. He had a sitting reef. It wasn't obnoxious if I can remember. It was just like a picture. They were all clothed, but it was just a picture of all the girls at the strip club in the manager. That shit was wow. I know my mom was like, I know these nasty bitches. My mom said this shit just like, I know these nasty, fucking, disgusting bitches. That's how my mom told. Didn't send my grandfather's That's the best interpretation I could do of my mother. My mother is funny as hell like that. My mother will say like 8 different words to berate you before she get to the point where she berates you. You know what I'm saying? I know this disgusting, filthy, despicable. Then she'll go into, I can't do that for like she do it. My mom, she'll say like 7 words and then it's the killer. You know what I mean? My mom good with words, good with words. You know what I'm saying? My father, he wasn't so good like that, but she is masterful at the shit. The words, my mother, the way she played with words, boy, have you walk. My mother's made bitches cry before. This all shit she say. You know what I'm saying? She that cold with it. She's an Aries too. You know what I'm saying? The gods and goddesses of wars. That's her motherfucking thing. So the women that you have today in bulk, most of them, they'll never be like these women that I speak about, the Angela Bassett's and things like that. What you're gonna have is bitches heavily influenced over Suki Hana and other frails in the motherfucking OnlyFans world. These are these girls' inspirations, most of them. You know what I'm saying? And even the girls are not inspired by these girls and are traditionally inspired by the families and things like that. They now run risk of getting inspired by these same type of chicks. So this is how you get people that turn around and they say, hey, I want to open up OnlyFans when I turn 18, like Bad Baby did, and make $2 million from people that have been red shirting Bad Baby for years. I thought it was always should have been an investigation of that. Niggas was waiting for this chick to turn 18 so you could see her. So nigga, how long you been watching her? If you've been watching her since she was like 16, 15 or something like that, you need to be jumped. You understand what I'm dead serious. If you've been watching, listen, ain't no way your credit card should have went in on OnlyFans when Bad Baby turned 18 years old and you trying to explain that amongst the fellas. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can see if you come across it on the internet, you'd be like, all right, well, shorty is 18 now, you know. But it's another thing if you go buy the shit in the membership and help her reach that $2 million. This bitch made $2 million in less than an hour. This is the power of the scent market. This is why I try to tell you. If I turned around right now and I say, yo, everybody throw in $5 for me. How many motherfuckers you think gonna do that off of 24K? None, barely any. I got 10 niggas that donate to me, nigga. 10 niggas out of 24K. This shit ain't shit. If you want to get your money on here, prioritize being in the motherfucking sphere of getting these videos up and getting them out. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Because if you don't, these people, they ain't gonna help you. They got certain people they want to help. The OnlyFans market, the raunchy ass rap music and everything like that of nowadays. You have to say that our period wasn't raunchy too, but the disgusting shit they have on now and the provocation of being basically a whore. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's an in style to be a whore now. I never thought that, but that's what it is. And I say that with the influence of Lotto and a whole bunch of these other chicks, Sexy Red and her dirty looking ass. This bitch came up here and said, I had an STD 2 times, bitch, and I'm still out here fucking. I said, son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. I ain't saying that. That's what she said. You know what I mean? Not too long ago, not too long ago, but recently, her own baby father came out and said she had something. He had given her son, or he speculated she had given him something. Right? I'll say it like that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I know I got it from you. You nasty, da. Going in there fuck with them nasty ass Memphis bitches. Y'all ain't know that? Man, Memphis one of the leaders in STDs now. You ain't know that? You better go look that shit up. Here, I'll look it up for you. You think I'm joking? I always know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't talk no bullshit to niggas, man. I ain't got time for that shit. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Memphis is literally the STD, or one of them. Yeah, Memphis and Texas. Mm-hmm. Yep, check this out. Memphis, Tennessee has some of the highest rates of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, in the United States. The Shelby County Health Department has STD clinics that offer testing, treatment, and counseling. In 2023, hold on one second. Check this shit out. This shit eerie as fuck right here. How come I won't show? Okay, here we go. In 2000, and see, if y'all want to know what I'm looking at, STIs in Memphis. STIs in Memphis. In 2023, Memphis had 1,460 reported STIs per 100. Well, God damn. In 2023, Memphis had 1,460 reported STIs per 100,000 people. You got to be a nasty motherfucker if you down there. In 2021, Memphis had 1,498 reported STIs per 100,000 people. Shelby County has the highest caseloads of chlamydia in Tennessee. God damn. The Memphis region has seen a 100% increase in HIV and syphilis cases over the past 5 years. STD testing and treatment, and then they go into what's the name? There's some nasty motherfuckers down, right? Yeah, Sabrina said, you so right. This some nasty as hell. I don't care. You can't care if they have to. Nigga, they said, listen, I don't know if y'all know numbers like that, right? But in 2023, Memphis had 1,460 reported STIs per 100,000 people, right? In 2021, they had 1,498 reported STIs per 100,000 people. So that means in 2 years, it only dropped. What is that? 30 people, 35, 36 people? 36 less people in 2023 versus 2021 at 1,498 versus 1,460 per both of them, 100,000 people. Oh, you got to be a nasty motherfucker. You down in Memphis slinging some dick. Like, you got to be a nasty motherfucker. You go down to Memphis slinging some D. For real. You got to be a nasty motherfucker if you go down to Memphis slinging some D. Listen, on behalf of me and my whole fucking family, if you from Memphis, female, stay the fuck away from me, bitch. Like, I don't want none of that shit. I don't want no problems. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want none of them problems. If you a Memphis home, and that's the weird thing about it. The chicks be pretty down there. I've been down there before. So that's what I'm telling you. I know. I've been down there. I ain't slung no D down there, though. Let's keep that clear. But I've been down there before, and I'm trying to tell you, a lot of them girls is fucking beautiful. But when you break it down, you can see why everybody got something down there. Okay, so one, they ain't shit down there really to do after, like, if you been down, if you knew going down there or whatever, versus like moving down there and going down there, I can see something. But they got all these little joints or whatever. But you don't want to go to them local joints because the only thing you're going to do is get the local rerun over there. He ready to shoot up the whole fucking place because somebody stepped on the tip of a sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Niggas disrespecting him like his mama. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna go and you go to the next city here, the next city there, whatever. Them girls might be from this city, that city, that city. So it's easy to get that doing. I think they said, what is Memphis? Tennessee sits between where? Mississippi. What else is around there? Ohio ain't too far away. Kentucky ain't too far away. Yeah, you got all them like pretty much right there in that circle right there. So yeah, it happens, man. But yeah, that's what's being pushed mostly, that whole aesthetic in the culture. That's why I said that. They say a lot of them will say, "Oh, you boring. I can't believe you talked about STIs and why are you doing that for? You're trying to give Memphis a bad name." This is silly motherfuckers I talk to. This is a silly ass app now. How many people think that? I just want to close this out. How many people think this is a silly ass app now? Can I get y'all attention in the chat room? Well, I just got a whole bunch of haters here that mad to say anything because they think that I'm gonna do something. Now, I honestly, this is one time, well, out of a few times. I just want to hear your honest opinion. I don't care what side of the spectrum, whether you like me, don't like me. Do you feel that this app is just fucking corny now? I just want to hear. Do you feel they prioritize to like goofy people? Do you feel that way? None of y'all gonna say nothing? Hmm? Nobody's gonna say. Nobody's got an opinion or nothing. We just got a bunch of weirdo motherfuckers in here. All right, that's peace, man. That's what's up, y'all. Y'all have a good afternoon. I ain't sitting up here talking to goofies. Like, for real, this some doofy motherfuckers. This shit's corny as hell, bro.